and welcome to Shadows Under Arbor. Before we rejoin our party in the dank dark of the sewers as the monster comes up from below, I have two small vignettes to visit. One is from one that happened earlier in the Red Lantern. One is from the events of, or the consequences of the events of things that happened last session. And I may have played a little GM trick on Joe, saying, you can't do that yet, it's more than you allowed in an action. It's more of the GM needed a smidgen amount of time to prepare.
Yeah.
So, who to do first? Let's start with Victor. So, Victor. Okay. You may want to move the minis off of this. Apologies. Good. Just want to make sure these are all correct. Okay. That one. And that one. Okay. So take one. Victor. There are books. So many books. I need to translate off. Something about alchemy, magic, and other dark things. A smell like smoke, fresh cut daisies, and blood. You are mixing something. Crafting something, brewing something, but your hands don't feel quite like your own. Someone is knocking, over and over, a voice calling your name. Or not your name, his name. You need to hurry, there isn't enough time. You shout, anger or fear. The knocking stops. Your eyes go wide. Too late. There's a flash. An explosion. A scream. Yours? Heat and pain. And then cold. Water. Dark. So very dark. And that's it.
Wasn't there to be an image on the second part?
There should be.
There are no tokens of visibility in this scene.
There definitely is. Which is funny.
I've signed it as me.
That would be why.
Sorry, everybody.
It's alright.
I'll log out real quick.
I mean, that was fine. The fact
That's
that
why I looked as me. We don't have a.
Party token for this one.
Party token. This one. Okay. Give me a second. Let me fix that. Create additional user. Camera.
How you doing that? I'm just gonna say that was fantastic.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Thank you.
with the knocking, the smoke that just.
Oh, production values.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's a lot of macros in that particular journal entry. Right, current players, this one. Configure a ship. All players have owner. Save changes. You should be able to see. Yes. Boop. Configure. Make sure that you can animation's on, total vision's on, save changes.
I'm just logging in as camera now.
Because then I've got to do pupil.
Hello.
You've got complicated things in yours.
Nah, sounds fake.
He didn't have a skull before. I know he does. What's...
Yeah, I did have a skull before. I just didn't know where it was.
Oh, well, there you
Oh, yeah.
Information. It now knows where it is.
The sun.
Nabby.
But not the sun.
Hey, listen.
Don't know if you could hear the other bit of that. So you might need to turn up the volume a little bit. It will be quiet now because of the macros that are set up for this. They're specific.
Joe, could you move the paper, please? Thank you. You can put it back now. So that is the end of your experience. It is kind of a fragmented, and this is kind of the screens you're seeing are very specific to kind of your experience. You're kind of seeing it through this foggy haze. You're seeing like bits and pieces and things, and like, but it's through a fog, like a memory that's lost. To give you an understanding.
Interesting.
So, pupil. As you release the latches on your faceplate and it falls forward, it reveals a cavity large enough to encompass the whole of the skull, with eyes, as you suggested, staring back at itself. Holding it in your hands, you know that this skull, your skull, belongs in this receptacle, as if no other object would be allowed to reside in this hollow. At least that is what the largest wave impresses upon you. The eye remains silent in this matter, and the myriad smaller waves are too numerous to pick out a single cohesive answer or word in this moment. In this moment of decision, you feel resistance from the mass, as if to do so, to place the skull within, to place it in its spot, would lessen their influence somewhat. So you have like and then there's like maybe a moment of the two or maybe more sides of pupil kind of weighing up its options. What does pupil do? It happens in a microsecond. Your ability to process information is much greater, or make decisions, I guess, is much greater than any other person. So in the 6 seconds of combat, there is kind of and to no one else, it would seem like there would be no hesitation, but for pupil, it's eons.
The smaller voices, those are the ones that, for example, reacted to pupil buying ice cream and to
the large wave is the one that reacted to you buying ice cream. The smaller voices are the ones that react to things like, what's a good example of this? When you run into members of the clergy and people in positions of power, the smaller voices react very negatively to those people. But the large wave reacts mostly when you, and I'll give this to you for free because you've probably worked this out, when you interact with children specifically. And that was the vibe I got. Yeah. So the bigger wave feels stronger, but it feels like a single thing, like a single consciousness. Yes. Whereas the other ones feel like myriad. And the myriad is reluctant for people to do this. The myriad is reluctant because it makes it feel like they will become lessened in some way. Though it is not cohesive enough to tell you why. You've never gotten experience. Pupil would never have doesn't have the kind of being to understand. He's kind of like just getting impulses. But the myriad is mostly just like a wave of things. Whereas the large wave is more like
is much more clear and directed and feels fresher.
Pupil, at the point that it made the decision
Mhm.
to place this, as it went to unsnap the faceplate and place the skull within its own head, was once again feeling something unique for the first time, because the pupil does not obey instructions from the eye. It simply is the manifestation of the instructions of the eye. There is no choice, there is no purpose to what it does.
Mm-hmm.
And the feeling of not even intoxication, almost the opposite of intoxication, the clarity of purpose it had. It said, this is mine. This belongs to me. I am restoring it to the place it belongs because it is right to do so.
Mm-hmm.
In this moment, overwhelms all other instruction.
Cool. So you place the skull inside the cavity, and almost as if by, because I imagine for purposes of maybe maintenance at some point, maybe something else was in this spot, maybe extra gears or functions or bits or something that made the artifacts work as a normal artifacts. All of that has been removed and replaced and changed due to Pupil's inherent nature. And now when you put the thing back in, the faceplate shuts behind it. And as it shuts, these tentacles that exist on this thing crack and snap and fall away. And just... And they just kind of like shatter on the ground. First, I'm going to give you the mechanics of what happens. On doing this, your charisma automatically bumps by 2, and you gain 2 uses of bardic inspiration. There is a magic item in D&D Beyond called Memory from Before. You should be able to add it to your character sheet, and it will just automatically do everything, I think, if I've done it correctly. If it doesn't, it might not give you the bardic inspiration dice, but it will give you, like, it has 2 charges.
Sure.
This is a Brad item.
This is a Barrett item, so you'll have to have the homebrewery stuff. As that happens as well, this acts as you failing that wisdom saving throw that Victor did.
Okay.
So we will do that next. Right. This one, and...
So did you say he fails?
He automatically fails by adding the skull.
Gotcha.
So
That's kind of fair enough.
he passed the check by having the skull in his hand, but then he went.
Oh no, that's a separate check entirely.
Oh.
That's a whole kind of other
I have
nonsense.
got homebrew enabled.
Yep.
And I can't find anything called memory. I'll try searching.
Memory from before?
Memory from a memory of before.
Ah,
That'll be it.
That's fine. Sure. So now we do the next bit, which is this one and this one and this one. Okay.
But there shouldn't have been a before.
There's always a before. Pupil.
Yeah.
Damp air clings to your skin as you descend. Earth and shadow press in on all sides. You are not alone. Voices ahead. Voices echo ahead and behind. Names you think you once knew. The walls of this tunnel are not stone. Not quite. Something ancient burrowed here long ago, and you are simply following in its path. A light, no, a voice, calls you forward. You move faster, burdened by something heavy at your back. The ground beneath your feet disappears in places. A void just beyond your torchlight. And then someone calls your name. You find something, a village, huts like ancient teeth in a circle. Statues, so many statues. Round, smooth. All of them stare toward the center, though their eyes are wrong, damaged, removed. Why? You don't remember drinking, but your lips are warm. There is laughter. You feel pride, discovery, and then darkness, screaming, a shape in someone's hand. You run. Something glints, something falls. Something looks back at you with eyes that are no longer there. You are deeper now. Much deeper. The others.
No token of vision in this scene.
Sorry.
It's alright.
You are deeper now. Much deeper. The others are gone. The jar waits in the dark.
The jar?
The jar. And that's it. Very foggy, very difficult to see memory.
So I am now stunned until the beginning of my next turn?
Nope. It kind of just, and then ends. It's like it happened in microseconds.
Right.
I don't know if you noticed, but for pupils, the orientation of the images should be on their side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I
Just making sure
did.
that it's actually correct.
Yes.
It worked.
I noticed I just didn't want to interrupt the
Yeah. I only
beautiful
interrupted to say
story.
token. That's the only
Yeah.
reason to interrupt.
It's like,
Beyond that, yeah, with you saying that it was important for people to sit in certain places, I immediately went.
you guys are creatures of
That's
habit.
fine.
I had 100% faith you would,
Who?
but
Us?
Nah, big if true though.
yeah, trying to remember, it's like, okay, okay, it's fine. And then do all the conversion, which you can't actually do rotation on the background image. You have to do it on a separate way. So, anyways, so as you come out of that kind of memory, and like everything else, people's processing is quicker because there's more things for it to do. That also, I will give you this as well. That memory feels like from the wave, the big wave,
The big wave.
not from the rest.
Did I catch my reflection in any surfaces?
As you were kind of like going through,
Yeah.
no, and the memory's too broken, too distorted for you to maybe hear your name in one of those moments.
Could I even get a sense of scale? Was I still 3 foot tall in that?
I'll give you that. No, you are much taller. At least 2 feet taller.
So I was a medium creature, not a small creature.
Correct.
I think you will see pupil place a skull in, snap, and then maybe a second goes by. Information. There should not have been a before.
And we find our group back in the sewers. So, as our camera now, it's really struggling.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. We've got to zoom out again.
My guess would be it doesn't actually. There we go.
All right. And then
Dark vision. There are a number of those vignettes per person, by the way.
Today or just generally?
No, there's just generally. There's
Okay.
so opening your face, let me touch your skull. Oh.
That won't do it.
Request. And all the eyes inside turn to look at you as you do.
No.
Don't
No.
like
Oh,
that.
now I'm not doing it.
So, as our camera now is kind of way above Arbor, high above, as it kind of zooms down, and we kind of like go down through a sewer grate into, past down this pipe work as we move our way. As it kind of like snaps by, we see this on one of the walls, almost pasted to it like as is. It got stuck. This newspaper from a year ago. And the headlines are interesting, relevant to our current predicament. If anyone would like to pick a particular one that they find interesting.
Information. Cults in the sewers. Truth beneath. A Factory Gazette investigative report. Recent whispers of hooded figures conducting unspeakable rituals in our city's underbelly have reached a fever pitch. At the behest of concerned readers, and owing to the Green Cloak's apparent disinterest, this publication embarked on a most singular investigation. The labyrinthine sewer network, overseen by the indefatigable Mayo the Serene, presents a formidable challenge to any would-be investigator. Through their gracious assistance, we identified several likely locations for these alleged gatherings. What we discovered shocked even our most seasoned reporters. No dark cult awaited us, but rather a pitiable congregation of diseased outcasts, shunned by surface society. These wretched souls, likely the so-called plague rats, exhibited both extreme xenophobia and apparent illness. In a remarkable turn, these sewer dwellers demonstrated unexpected civility when approached with kindness. Provisions left at a grate were accepted, and in return our team received a most peculiar token, a vial of glowing green haunt. While this substance remains legal, its addictive properties prompted immediate disposal. The question remains, if these are not the rumoured cultists, then who brews and distributes the haunt found in their possession? Our investigation continues, and we shall report further findings with all due haste. Information. End of statement.
That's the vibe I'm going for this, so yeah.
Right. It gives you magic. It takes you life. Your life. Caveman, Monica!
It was entirely possible that when the AI generated that image, it could have messed that up, so...
Snail mail too slow? Try the hair!
Today we mark the solemn 25th anniversary of the vanishing of the prominent
Kavanagh
family. Patriarch George, matriarch Sheila, and their daughter Sylvia, whose absence continues to haunt our city's collective memory. Their tragic fate serves as a sobering reminder that neither social standing nor our city's marvels can shield against life's cruelest turns. On that ill-fated evening in 1900, the entire household departed for the theatre, save for young James Kavanagh. Then but a small boy, the family attended the theatre, and on their way home they vanished. The car was found the following day abandoned. This marks the second time a patriarch of the Kavanagh family has gone missing, with Matthew Kavanagh vanishing decades previously. Perhaps this is a curse placed on the Kavanaghs themselves. The sole surviving heir, Mr. James Kavanagh, has devoted his considerable resources to solving this family tragedy, pursuing every lead with the desperation of a man clinging to his last tether of kin. Yet many whisper that unscrupulous characters exploit his grief, peddling false hopes in exchange for access to the Kavanagh fortune. As we light candles in memory today, we honour not just the lost family, but the living ghost they left behind, a man condemned to wander between hope and despair, forever chasing shadows of those taken too soon. Memorial services will be held at St. Erasmus Cathedral at 7 p.m. this evening. The Kavanagh family has offered a 7,000 livre reward for credible information regarding the disappearance.
Mine says 5,000.
5,000, sorry. How much did I say?
7.
7. It's because I looked at the 7 p.m. and I was trying not to use the word pound.
Just for a second there, I thought these were different, and I'd finally cracked the number code. It's like, it's the money! It all comes back to the money.
No, that's me trying not to make a mistake.
I'm not Brendan. Capitalism is the enemy in every campaign.
But it could be.
It could be. Well, it's kind of a...
in our in particular...
It's a sub-enemy.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Red Union Fire Insurance. Protection from loss by fire. Only policyholders served.
Yeah. And so as we pass by this article and begin to speed back up down the pipeway, we come across a baker saved, if temporarily, a dog, ? And then we see Raylan and Monica staring down at something the camera can't quite see yet, as it arcs downwards, and then we see the full scope of horror. A massive, writhing, tentacled, boil-covered monstrosity. And behind it, on one end of the large altered room, we see Richtov and the Crow. And on the other side, we see Pupil. And we've already rolled initiative. So, with that...
I did badly, didn't I?
No, according to the carousel.
Oh, okay.
I need to ask a very important question.
Aren't we partway through initiative? So
We are probably through initiative because you were fighting the cultist.
Yeah.
You had managed to kill the head cultist, and Pupil had managed to convince
all of the ones that are now alive, because the only one who dissented chucked himself in the hole.
correct. But things may have changed when he did that. Now, I need to ask a very important question of Victor. What's your dexterity bonus?
Victor or Richtov, who is currently...
Richtov, who's currently in control of us, yes.
His dex bonus is +3.
+3. In that case, there's another thing that happens before that happens. Pupil, you hadn't opened the door yet, had you? You've gotten to it.
I haven't, no.
As you get to the door, the skull goes in, the things that are happening. The door opens, and in the doorway, you see another one of these people, though this one looks different. And as they look at you, they open their mouth, their tongue goes and kind of like comes down, far too far down for it to be normal. Their hair also doesn't appear normal. There are tentacles kind of like coming down. She appears more closer to the cult leader than the... and that's where she is. She has a +4 to her dexterity bonus, so she goes first. And she has kind of surprised you.
Allow me to consult my papers.
Cool. So, it's her attack first. You're in initiative. What is she going to do? As she looks at you, her hands, her arms, or where they should be, burst into multiple tentacles, and they strike or attempt to strike across you as she uses an attack. So,
So if we advance in that, I've got 2 slots left.
does a 14 hit you?
Is she like blasting me with both tentacles at once?
Like,
or
yeah,
is she,
one's going
she's
first and
winding
the
up
next one's coming right after. So there's 2 attacks.
I will... a 14 does hit, so I will take the first one.
Okay, so as it hits you and strikes across your face, you are immediately grappled
Okay.
as the tentacle wraps its way around you. It's got 2, so it's just going to hit you again with the other tentacle.
Okay.
That's going to be 16 to hit. So assume that hits.
Silvery barbs.
Okay. That's a bad dice to roll. Realizing. That's going to be 25 to hit.
Does he reuse, or does it...
It's
it
whatever.
doesn't matter, but it wasn't a crit?
No.
Okay, in that case, I will give myself the advantage,
Okay.
and it will still hit.
Okay. So these would both do a d6 damage. 7 plus 8 is 15. Take 15 points of bludgeoning damage and are grappled as this thing goes. And you feel something strange in these tentacles, like it's trying to pull something from you as it hits these 2 strikes.
Skull.
But it won't happen yet.
Is it the skull that's trying to pull out of me?
For clarification, silvery barbs, you use the lower roll.
Oh, so it will be 16 then.
It's still hit, yeah. It's,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just so that, you're not.
So it's not. I'm not bidding up to a crit if that happens.
No.
Yeah.
It was close, but not quite. So, with that, I will remind everyone. Everything within 20 feet of the creature is difficult terrain, as the area around it is slowly moist and spongy.
Those are bad words.
Is it just the floor that's happening to?
Yes.
Because Victor and I are both flying.
Yes, so you are unaffected by it.
And remind me how high it was again?
20
30
feet.
feet.
20 feet.
20 feet.
Oh, yeah.
To the pipe.
Oh, to the pipe it's 10. You're above, so pipe 10. I thought you said ceiling. Pipe 10, then another 10 feet to 20. Oh, I said 30 last week, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 30 then. We'll go with whatever So 30. So there's 10 feet between the pipe and the floor,
And the 20.
and then 20 to
wow.
the ceiling.
Does that mean that the inside of the pipe is also affected?
Or is it spreading out from it?
It's spreading out from it, like
So
a
if
like a
it's
zergling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Well, just creep. It's got like a zone creep going.
yeah.
Lovely.
I'll give you a template so you can see how big that is. There you go.
I don't like it.
So Victor, you are flying, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
How is an initiative? Oh, it just goes after you anyways.
Information. I am badly injured.
Great note. What's the distance from me to people?
Really, really far.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50, well, 50, yeah, to get into base to base with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, could I... Because I can use my movement and cunning action to basically fly 60 feet.
120 feet. You got 60 feet
Fly is 60-foot movement.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
You
it
have
said...
more than enough movement.
You can get there without the
yeah,
bonus
with the rogue subclass, I will say, yeah, you basically launch yourself into the air and over this thing as it comes bursting out of the well.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna zip over it without engaging it, and then I will use an action to how badly injured.
8 out of 23.
So much of Pupil's robes are being having you can see damage on his physical frame, like things are broken and smashed.
I think.
Administering a potion to another person is an action.
Yes.
Is it what action?
An
Action.
action.
Yes. Action.
Thank
I
you.
take it rogues can't cunning action there.
The thief.
Thief rogue, because use an
Ah.
action, yes. That's 6, 9, 13 plus 4 is 17, so I'm back at max.
Lovely. Cool.
So you pour
Perfect.
this.
And you are.
I'm,
Next to me.
I'm now over there.
Okay, I will move.
So if I've used my movement, does that mean then as a bonus action I can still attack?
You need your bonus and movement together because you have to go. You're on the ground. To avoid an attack of opportunity from the creature.
I'd
you have to go up.
And over. Yeah. No, that's fine.
I don't think I got permission to move tokens.
Oh, okay. So,
That's all right. Cool. That's fine. I've stopped people from dying. So.
Do you guys want to get out of there?
Don't know. What is our plan? Are we?
I think if we can just do as much physical damage as we can to as many things nearby as we can, that would be lovely.
Cool. Because it's either that or we run blindly into the sewers.
okay. Should be able to move that, Victor. I hope that doesn't. Oh wait, it does do that, doesn't it? It's pi tokens how it does it. So you need to do it the other way. That's annoying. Okay. Next up is Monica.
Okay, I'm going to tell the baker lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you need to get out. Go that way, First left, second right, you'll find an exit. Say it back to me.
First left, second right, first.
Right, go.
Information she should also avoid the ooze.
If she doesn't take us another left, then she'll be fine.
Information. People are unreliable.
We've got bigger things to deal with right now.
People, by the way, completely calmly turning away from this laceration of its body.
Okay. So where are you going? What is your intention, I guess, is a better way of putting this.
You said we're 10 feet above it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's within 15 feet.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, because it's very, very big as well, is the thing. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Gonna reach my hand down and a spark of flame. Spark start to sputter from my palm.
Sure.
And then suddenly a cone of fire bursts from my palm at the creature.
So are you doing burning hands or...
Burning hands.
Cool. So this gout of flame bursts down towards the creature and catches it. It needs a dexterity saving throw. It's not got a great dex. What? No, there's no way. Okay, full damage.
Cool.
Good time.
Not its greatest stat.
I keep on meaning to bring my Charmander over here because it's got my D6s in it. It's fine, I've got 2 sets of dice here. Nah, it's fine. I only need 3d6. Because I'm not using spell slot for this one, I'm using my
Feature. Nice.
racial feature, yeah.
Cool. Oh.
Great. 2 1s and a 3. 5 fire damage.
Oof. Okay, yeah. Takes him a little bit of damage. The flames kind of lick across it. You see parts of it scar, and then they're almost immediately like sucked and absorbed again as they disappear.
But that did seem to do damage.
Yep.
And it's not resistant to fire, I don't think.
Nope. Not as far as you can tell. But it doesn't seem to kind of... There's just...
Because
a lot of
I
it.
ignore...
Yep. It's not resistant at all.
Oh, actually, that's a point.
Do you get to re-roll with Elemental Adept?
Yes, you get to reroll 1s, I think. Maybe 2s as well.
I'm just going to check to make sure it's re-roll, not just unique.
Oh, it might be 1s or 2s.
Yes, I'm just going to double check.
That's true.
Feats. Treat any 1 on damage dies 2, so 2 more. So
7.
yeah.
So 2 more damage. Cool. And that's the end of Monica's turn, or are you moving anywhere?
And I am going to, as my for my bonus action,
Sure.
order my dog to go and get those 2 out of melee.
Where's he? Oh, so he's gonna run. So his thing is run down.
He can fly.
Okay, so he's gonna fly past Raylan. So he goes 5, 10, 15. How's his fly speed?
Oh, his flight speed is 30. Is that not? Oh, I thought there was like an opening right there.
No, the only opening is where Raylan is.
Oh, okay. So that would be 5, 10, 15,
Down 5.
20, 25. Yeah, no, that is not enough to get there.
He's gonna take an attack of opportunity there
From the
from
thing.
the thing.
It's got reach.
No, it's more like he's now, because it's so big, it's not occupying, it's not flat, it's a cube. So it's 10 feet tall,
Which is right up next to the pipe.
which is right up next to the pipe. So going down the pipe, you're in his threatened square.
Anything that...
This is 3
If
dimensions.
we leave that
weird.
pipe, we'll get a...
Unless you stay
Unless
there.
you do
Right,
something else.
in that
yeah.
case, rather than ordering him to go and help those, because I thought we could get there, instead I'll ask, do we want to get out this pipe? And away from that thing.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to order the doggo to come up to us, and then it's going to fiery teleport all of us.
Where? You have to see where you're going.
Uh,
I will say you can see somewhat of where you're going. Does the dog need to see where you're going, or you need to see where you're going?
let me look at the exact text.
It's very...
spirit and each willing creature of my choice within 5 feet of it teleport up to 15 feet to unoccupied spaces you can see.
Okay, so you can see basically 15 feet, but only because you're like kind of looking down the pipe.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, you can get to where you want to get, but it's
I was thinking like
really
it's just
rough.
over here.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you do that.
So
So
it's 5 to...
okay, I have to make some changes to you guys because otherwise we won't be able to do this. This is elevation. So show me where you're going. So there's a massive explosion in the pipe.
Yes. I take it the creature is not so big that it's within 5 feet of
The pipe would shield it. The pipe itself. So, yeah. It's got full cover from the pipe, so it explodes, and then the pipe kind of...
I mean, yeah, the pipe takes... well, that was a 1, so it would be 2.
Oh, okay, so it just goes... like, there's just like a... there'd probably be scorch marks on the inside. The flames and...
Total of 4 fire damage.
The flames envelop both of you, and you are pulled kind of through down in this corner. That is Monica's turn. The Plague Rat Initiate, which is the one right next to the creature, immediately takes his cowl and throws it over his eyes and just bows in front of it. Raven.
I will cast. I will cast Bane on the creature, this one, and this one.
Okay. So wisdom saving there?
Charisma.
Okay, that's the creature. What's DC?
It's a number.
Is it higher than 15?
I don't know.
Because I'm thinking that's right on the edge.
It's 8 plus proficiency plus
Plus
ability.
wisdom, yeah. Oh no, you're intelligence, aren't you?
Or would it be charisma if it's a...
No. It's based on your spellcasting
Oh,
DC,
okay.
which is always the same.
So 8 plus 2, so 10. It is 15.
15. It manages to resist the effects of your witch's bane.
Which one?
The big creature.
Okay.
So and then the one directly behind you, I think, and then
Yeah.
him.
These two.
Okay. He fails, the one directly next to you. And she succeeds. So you did manage to get the one right there. I'm going to mark him so I know which one it is. What are you going to say it's... Where is a good icon? That won't do. Yeah, so you conjure this magic. What does Bane look like on Raylan?
I think similar to how a curse is like you hear that snapping of like an ancient tree branch.
Oh, yeah.
You get like the shadows kind of. This is more like shadow magic, and like it feels like something's closing in. Maybe you get like a shadow of a tree branch sort of trying to grasp them.
Well, that's very appropriate. Cool.
Shadow of a tree branch, so a shadow of arboreal nature.
Something like this, yeah? Did you hear it?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you hear that crack, and then there's this kind of there's a shift, and the only person who seems to actually notice it is this one that's really close to you, and he feels different.
And then I lock eyes with him as I get my pistol out, and I will
Ooh,
reload it.
cool. The crow, who has just had an experience and a half.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to see what vision the crow had from touching the skull.
No. But the crow had a different problem. The crow, now kind of on the ground, as he was on the top of the skull briefly and then got yanked out of it by Pupil, now kind of looks at, sees where now you are, sees the monster. Nope. And he moves very quickly, and he just goes to rejoin you, because I think that's his impetus at the moment. He makes a wide arc, effectively, to get as close to you as possible. I'm never picking up skulls for you anymore, boss. That was terrifying. Now we're on to people.
I will look up at the person who is holding on to
like
me.
now a third tentacle's coming out of her mouth.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And I will... What is in this person's eyes?
The pure blackness.
No, emotionally, to me. Are they blank, or we say blackness, or...
Kind of like a dead fish eye kind of thing. You don't... There is just...
Information.
Murder.
You will submit to me.
Oh, okay. Is that just an intimidation, or what are you trying to do?
It's a promise.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Misty Step.
Oh, sure.
I'm going to
grapple immediately.
Misty Step to here. I'm going to fly above this creature out of its reach. I'm going to take my gun, loaded with a full 50 Levin bullets, and I'm going to try and drop it into one of the mouths so that the gun is fully inside. Ooh, I need to check whether I need to see the gun for explosive
So
recoil.
11 gun doesn't have bullets.
Right, I'm going to take my normal steam pistol.
Okay.
No, it's just a point within range.
Yes, it is.
Cool. I will drop the gun into one of the mouths
Okay.
so that the gun is fully within
Sure.
that.
So you just drop this.
Then I will
It
fly.
immediately subsumes it.
That was bonus to Misty Step.
Yep.
Fly over to there, drop. Do I still have an action?
You dropped it. Drop is a use an item. Yeah, you do still have an action.
Okay, I am going to hypnotic gaze this woman from like up top. Can I get on this pipe, for example?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will hypnotic gaze a wisdom saving throw from her.
Cool. Okay, she's immune to being blinded, but not. Oh, does she? Can she? Does she need to have eyes?
Now, having eyes is a different thing from being able to see me.
That's true.
Let me check, because I don't know the answer.
She does.
One creature that can see, that you can see and can see or hear you.
I can hear.
So if she can see or hear me,
Yeah, she can hear you. So
Yeah.
that's enough. Okay. So she'll make a wisdom saving throw because she actually doesn't have eyes.
Does she have blind sight then?
She has blind sight. What's the
14, I think.
She rolled 15.
Oh, that's a real shame.
Do you have another use of silver barbs?
Yeah, but I want to keep my second level slot, my guy.
That's right. Okay. So
Oh,
silver
but do I?
Wait.
Oh,
Can I still revolve?
yes.
Silver barbs. That's lower. And that's probably enough because it's only 12.
That is a failure.
So
I think what I say is if I can get her attention, she looks up. Oh, you may not be information. You may not be able to see me, but it can see you.
and I think
And
that,
she is incapacitated.
Yep. When you say that, with now the skull in your possession, you feel like something has changed. Not that the direct, not that what was looking isn't the same, but now that like a lens has been removed, like on a camera where you have things that you can add on to make the image look different or change or shape it.
To change the sharpness of the image.
Yeah, like a polarizing lens has been taken off. And it feels like something's different. And she just kind of goes and just looks and stares at you with lockjaw.
Pupil's going to be like spider climbed up on the ceiling, but using the fly to latch on, and then just looking down like a security camera.
Cool. So yeah, she is in your thrall. Right, now I've got to do a whole bunch of other boys that are going to definitely do the thing they're going to do. Where is the that one? Okay, next boy, which is the one you baned.
Mm-hmm.
However, he does the same as his compatriot, throws the hood over his head and then stares at the ground. Now it is the creature's turn.
Has this woman in the pipe started running?
Yes, she will start going. She's
About 60 away.
she's definitely like, as far as she can get. It's actually not 60, it's that far. There we go. But she's you hear in the pipe dunk, 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 as the sound of somebody moving as fast as they possibly can down a metal pipe through water. And now the creature moves. Okay, you tried to bane it. And it moves. 5, 10. And as it moves close to you, there is a moment of, oh no. And it's going to make some attacks.
Does the creep follow it?
Yes.
So it's centered on it rather than a...
So it's not leaving a trail like a snail.
It's not leaving a trail like a snail. It's kind of like
snail's
as
a good
it... You will probably see like it recede from where it was, and it kind of follows it like... And at the edges you can see something odd, like two... Oh, the point where those two seas meet. If you've ever seen it in the ocean, where there's like this strange, like almost lined right down the ocean, where there's like a very dark patch and a very, it's like that doesn't feel right to see. It's very much like that. So yeah, it follows it, and now it is difficult terrain as the ground becomes spongy, moist, and unpleasant to be in. And it makes 2 attacks, and because Raylan is the one who pissed it off, it's going to attack you twice, Raylan. This one? Does a 16 hit you?
Of course.
Cool.
Silvery barbs.
Oh, you've got silvery barbs. That's much lower. 9.
Does not hit.
Cool.
Thank you.
So the silvery barbs from you kind of
When could be doing
pulls something across. And specifically from you, it's as if something very old didn't want that to happen and told it no. And there's like almost a barrier shows up. It does have 2 attacks. That's going to be 23 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Couple things are going to happen.
Of course.
So the first thing that happens is you take 9 points of psychic damage, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is a unnatural 20.
You are fine. You feel like when this hit you, it felt like it did something to you that not broke, but moved certain aspects of yourself out of alignment.
Point of clarification. I gave myself advantage with silvery barbs the first time I used
Sure.
it. Do I get to give someone else silvery barbs
Yes,
the second time I use it? You will also have got to do that, because you get to give one person advantage on the next check. I'll pick you, so you have it. I've also picked me, so I have it.
I was going to say, yeah.
Rick Double gets sneak attack.
Yeah, Rick Dove.
Okay, nope, I've done it. It's fine. Right. The other plague rat does the same thing, throws his hood over. And then the other one does the same thing. They all put their hoods and look to the ground. This one, the one who's now mesmerized, stands in the doorway staring up at Pupil. I guess it's not actually looking at Pupil, it's just kind of like looking or listening more than looking. But does nothing else. Victor.
Remind me with hypnotic gaze.
It is incapacitated, so you won't get auto crit, but you will have advantage on all attacks.
But does attacking it break?
Yes, but I'm breaking it on my turn anyway.
Oh. Okay.
And it's already gone, so it'd be yours.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I'm casting on my turn, so I have to use an action to maintain it if I'm using it.
Gotcha. But you're gonna probably explode the ammo.
It can't take actions or reactions.
Okay. Cool. In that case, I'm going to stab it. Yeah.
Damage, you may as well roll.
I rolled 2 10s. It's a 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Sorry, point of order. You'll get the advantage from silvery barbs, but you don't get advantage on incapacitated creatures. It's just
Yeah. Cool. So
Yeah, they just can't take action.
They just can't take action, which is still super great.
so we are looking at 6 piercing damage,
Cool.
and then with the sneak attack is an extra 9 damage.
Good damage.
Yeah.
The blade slides in, and you feel as it gets into past. Didn't you do poison damage as well?
Not. It's got a recharge.
Oh, okay. You slide the blade in, and you feel, rather than a solid like body behind there, it's just more tentacles and more things that are not a body.
Cool. And then can I stab it with the dagger?
Yep.
That's the bonus action. I always forget. Is there any penalty to attacking with the bonus action?
Attack, no, but you just get a.
You don't add your dexterity modifier to damage. So you just
Perfect,
roll
thank
the
you. I
d4.
knew there was something, so 17 to hit.
That still hits, yeah.
Cool, perfect. So this is going to be 1 extra point of damage.
So the second dagger, you stab and you get it inside, and it's aware, it's looking at you, and you look to be its next potential victim. Monica.
There's one last. Oh God. I don't know if this is a dumb idea or not,
Oh, I hope so.
because I'm tempted just to look straight down at the floor. But the big creature isn't attacking me, so no, I'm not going to do that. But I am going to look at her, so my back is to the creature at the very least.
Monica.
Okay, I am going to throw another burning hands at it. Dex save, please.
Sure. It's not this thing. No, failed.
Cool. Now watch me roll more snake eyes. Okay. That's 8 plus 5 is 13 fire damage.
Ooh, that's good.
How much?
Good job.
Is that on 3d6?
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah, the damage like washes over this time, rather than just kind of like licking and pulling. This kind of burns and goes across him. Cool.
And I assume we want to get out of here again a little bit.
You gonna teleport again?
Yep.
Where are you going?
Well, it'll move 5 foot closer to it, so that it is going to get caught, so that thing will take damage when it disappears.
Okay, so it's gonna.
5 foot step that way, but that costs 10 feet of movement because it's
Yes.
difficult terrain. And they will then go 5, 10.
Okay, so you grab everyone 5, 10. Ooh.
5, 10, 50.
Oh, you're reorganizing where people are. Okay, I see what you're doing.
I've tried to keep people exactly where they are in relation to
Okay.
the dog.
Yep, that's cool. So you, the dog explodes again. Roll the damage for the dog.
It's a sentence you don't hear so often.
Just a d6 plus proficiency bonus. 4 plus 2, so 6 fire damage.
So, as the flames lick across this thing.
And then I'll just move all of us, including Mr. Crow.
He continues
How
to.
many creatures total can you bamf?
Yeah, that's good.
Any within 5 feet.
Oh, nice.
So up to 8 in theory.
Yeah. So you and vanish from the spot.
Could I ask you a question?
You may.
What does it feel or look like from Raylan's perspective as Raylan is teleported? Because we know what it looks like from Monica's perspective.
So yeah, you get wrapped and wreathed in flames, and then you feel yourself diminish, and then pulled, and then.
So it's
I imagine it's like you see the dog kind of like just leap in the air and become flames and just wrap like an embrace and pull and then shrink down into a small bead and like a fireball shoot across and then reform and fill itself up.
Dusty.
No, embery.
Yeah.
That one continues to do as he's doing. Now he is on the ground, kneeling and kind of like proselytizing himself.
Dog will also move here. It's still got 20 feet of movement after that.
Cool. Raylan.
I'm kind of wiping the blood off from this tentacle attack the thing just dealt me.
Blood kind of dripping from your
Just
nose.
stare at that wasn't very nice, and I'll take my token, crush it, and I need it to make a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
Because it attacked me, it's a disadvantage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Roll a natural 1, so...
Hell yeah!
Love that for you.
Cool.
Love that for us.
What happens?
So the shame shadows that tried to bane it come back with force, and they just pin it to the spot. It is now considered grappled by darkness and shadow,
Oh.
Okay.
It's hunting season.
and takes 2 necrotic damage.
It's wrapped on this bit and held fast. Yep, you got it. It's not going anywhere. Cool.
So to clarify, it can fight the grapple, but it costs its action to do so.
Sure.
Ho 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 ho!
The crow goes, Boss, I don't know this channel's going to be enough. I don't know. I can hide. And he just... Pupil.
How many shots in a steam pistol, Brad?
6.
Okay, so pupil will. Let's see. What's the range on crit hit? Because I make to move. No, explosive recoil. I make to move 30 feet.
I definitely think you're in
If I
range.
come to sort of the end of the pipe.
Yep.
Look down. So, if I'm reading this right, I select a point within range, and a chaotic force causes all ammunition within 30 feet of that point to erupt in random directions. All ammunition, including that loaded in firearms, immediately discharges or detonates.
Yep.
If the ammunition is loaded into a firearm, it triggers an immediate misfire. Additionally, the weapon's wielder takes 2d6 fire damage as the firearm violently explodes.
So we take 2d6 damage immediately as the firearm
Yeah.
explodes. Plus damage from
It
the...
is shot 6 times from the inside.
Tell you what, roll a d100 and we'll say how many of them actually... Because it's not solid. There are bits of it where things are just like a void and just goes out. So like imagine this thing is like slowly forming. Occasionally you'll see like holes through it.
Cool.
So we'll say like that's a percentage of how many shots actually hit this creature.
Of the ones that are...
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like it's an odd occurrence.
Cool. I do need to cast a spell from a scroll, though.
Okay. What do you need to roll?
Got to take my bonus action.
Oh. What do you want to do?
I want to apply a curse to it.
Sure.
And that's that. For now, that's all that happens.
Okay.
Natural 20 on the spellcasting.
Cool. That succeeds. The spell goes off. The scroll burns.
98.
That's I'm gonna say that's all of them. So 6 shots. So that's.
Love that for you.
And you didn't dump your whole bucket of bullets on it as well.
That was all. That bucket of bullets is my full gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I.
2d6 plus every.
It
bullet.
makes a dex save against the 2d6 specifically.
Okay.
Hoping it rolls low.
It rolled really badly.
Can it?
What did it roll?
I need the
rolled-
difference between
sorry.
the DC of the check. And
9 is what it rolled.
It takes 9 necrotic damage.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Well done, sir.
So
Could I also just make a quick point? Where did you cast the spell?
I cast it back here so it wouldn't
Because-
wrap
but it's-
you guys.
But yeah, it's like 30-foot radius, isn't it?
It is a point in range, and all guns within 30 feet of within 30 point of the point I choose. So I'm deliberately shaping it so it is not catching any guns of these guys.
Okay, so you would have put it lower. But
At the back of the ring.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
2d6 and then the bullets damage as well for times 6 as well.
So what? 6d10 or what is it? Is it a
2d6 is it d10 for pistol?
pistol?
bullets?
Pistol's D8
D8 or
D8.
No, D10 according to.
Is pistol d10?
steam pistol?
So the Levin pistol is 1d10.
The 11's different.
The steam pistol is D8 then.
I think so.
Oh.
I think they are deliberately different. I could be wrong.
I thought when we spoke to that black market dealer, when we talked mechanics,
No, it's D10. You're right.
they did.
So,
They did
60, 10, and 2d6.
Oh, I've actually got. I play Lucas, so I actually have enough d10s.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, do we need to send our kids to camp?
Oh, go on then. Let's.
Yeah.
Let's
What are you after?
2d10 I need.
There is a cacophonous explosion from the inside of this creature.
So that's 9, 9, 9.
Oh my god.
So that's 27 plus 5, 32, 34, 36.
Cool.
And then did it make, what was the dex save?
It did
Failed.
not. Failed.
So another 5. So 41.
41 points of damage. So it explodes.
Information. You are seen. You are judged.
It explodes. There is a massive kind of cacophonous detonation. Now, the magic from the scroll is not the magic that you're using naturally, so it does different things. It explodes. This thing goes, and then kind of like shudders. It like kind of tries to get back to a form reminiscent of where it was before, but it is not quite there. But it is still alive.
Bear with me while I check what I can do as a bonus action.
Look smug.
Well, I really didn't want to burn that. I really wanted to learn that spell.
Yeah.
It's a good spell.
I mean, it's armor. You'll probably be able to find someone
What?
discharging a firearm somewhere.
What is it making grapple? Is it making actions to make an athletics check?
Strength.
It
Strength.
will if it tries to escape. It may
Try
not.
to escape.
I can't hex because hex is a full spell.
No, it's Hex is a bonus action.
Yeah, but I use explosive recoil as an action. Is that a
But you use
spell?
a spell scroll. You
Oh, I
did,
hate
the,
this.
the rules specifically state that you have to use a spell slot. Oh wait, no, that's the new rules.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Brad,
if you
make
use a scroll,
Yeah.
a scroll is a scroll. It's a consumable item. It doesn't count
So
for that bonus action.
Use
nonsense.
magic object.
Yeah, it's use magic object for the purposes of everything that will ever come up. So therefore, you can use bonus action.
I will use my once a day hex. I'm gonna look at it and just focus the full weight of observation on it.
Are you doing this purely for the...
Partly for the bit, partly for the.
Because whilst the strength check is to cast the spell, it can break out using strength or dexterity.
But its strength
It's
is going to be
not
so
very
much higher.
dexy.
I'm
Saying
just...
there's not
No,
much-
that is a good point, but I don't think Dex is the one we need to worry about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will see it.
So you see it, and now there is a weight, and it again feels different than it did before. There's a lens that's been removed. And that is the end of your turn. Yep. And
I will also move up into the corner
that's smart.
and get my flies.
That's fine. As you move away from this thing,
30 feet
and the
away.
explosion kind of happens. These all things happen very quickly. This explosion happens. You're moving away. You hear a noise that doesn't register as a scream of pain or anger or anything close to that. It is a scream that all of the other cultists immediately look up as if something has changed, and they kind of have this look, and they look towards where you hiding in the corner. as if-
I'm not hidden, I'm just up.
Yeah. They know roughly where you are, as if there's some kind of voice telling them.
Command. Supplicate.
Cool. As that happens, the plague rat nearest to Raylan is going to attempt to grapple onto Raylan specifically.
Is he doing this at disadvantage because this guy is still keeping his hood over his face?
No, he's now looked up. All of them have looked up,
Okay.
and they've looked up at seeing where people is and seen that you are his allies or in some way, kind of thing. And now they've kind of like grabbed onto.
This is
tried
the
to grab
Bane
onto it.
one?
This is the Bane one.
Yeah.
Right. So, do you want to roll your Bane?
What does Bane do?
Minus
a
1d4.
It's like
That's
the
a 2.
opposite
It's
of
a 2.
brass.
So you need to make a athletics or acrobatics check.
I think we know.
Strength is for nerds, ironically enough.
That is is a 18.
18 is enough. It wouldn't have been without the bane. So your curse kind of just enough to need you so you can wiggle free of him. As you wiggle free of him, you look kind of towards the monster behind him, and I need everyone except Pupil to make a strength saving throw, please.
Against what, or do we just not know?
You'll know in a minute.
18.
Success.
4.
Fail.
18.
Success. You're fine. You don't make any saves. I'm going to say the oh god, the crow. Do you want to roll for the crow for me, please?
God, nat 20. Easy nat 20.
10 on the die.
Do you still have advantage from silvery barbs?
He does, but the crow doesn't.
Oh, of course.
I don't think the crow has a plus. The crow has a -4.
Ah. That is a... That's a 6.
Yeah, So, this is what happens. All of the cultists are pulled towards it first, as there is a kind of... as the world around this thing just pulls things towards it. It's not it doing it. Reality is saying, these creatures are now here. Monica, you were pulled straight to it. The crow...
I should make a save for my dog as well.
Yes, you should.
Is it using their movement to do it?
No.
Okay.
No. So just everyone is pulled, and Pupil being as far away
Dog
as
got
he
8,
is,
so...
the dog is also pulled close.
So it's not a ground effect, because the crow's
No.
affected. It's like reality's kind of...
Moving everything and saying these
Gravity
things,
changing.
yeah, these things are now here, not.
I mean, how does that work? Because the crow is kind of in my coat.
And just got yeeted out of your throat, like, and you just see he probably got yanked backwards, and you just see this look on his face. And if a crow could have expressions, it would just be like absolute terror. Now.
Where's my dog token got to?
This one.
No. I've got the mini. I just
Oh.
wonder where the token's got to on the screen.
Is it under me? No. Is it multiple?
Is it still in the pipe?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hang on.
There he is.
Apparently, I can't see through the dog.
You can't see through the dog. Oh, you mean you
As
don't
in,
have vision
the
from
dog
you.
does not have vision.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
It's fine for now, though.
I see what you mean, that's fine. So yeah, you were all these creatures, they're pulled straight to it, like within touching distance.
Oh, okay.
It's not like, yeah. Like none of you are far enough away except for Pupil to avoid this. And Pupil is only just far enough away. You see the edge of this thing kind of go, the edge of reality kind of bend to this thing's will and pull everything towards it. And then right. There are a lot of targets here.
Is it at least choosing a target, or choosing who goes first?
He needs to make a choice. Because it needs to
Is it its turn?
Yeah, that's still its turn. It needs to make an arc choice.
It takes 4 necrotic damage at the start of its turn as the bindings take pull it in a bit more.
Okay. It is still
Hopefully-
up
I was
only
hoping that was
just.
enough.
Yeah.
It is still up at only just. Because it's on an arc. The most targets it can hit that are enemies that are not cultists are the arc in the corner. The dog, Monica, and one cultist. The dog first. Does a 14 hit the dog?
Yes.
Okay. So the first two things are going to happen. I need the dog to make a wisdom saving throw.
8.
Okay, that is a failure. It is dazed. Dazed is a very specific condition to this creature. Unique conditions. Your speed is halved. You can take an action or a bonus action on your turn, but not both. You cannot take reactions or legendary actions. So that's-
Bottle that up.
that condition is shared in the unique rules and situations of the unique conditions, so you should be able to see it. Monica.
You want a whiz save?
Nope, not yet. I need to figure out what this is. I'm trying math. Okay. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Cool. 12 points of damage. And
What
that
type of damage?
psychic.
Okay.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
That is a 15.
That succeeds. You are not
Nice.
dazed.
And as a reaction,
Sure.
Yes.
Well, that was lucky.
as like it's going to rock my hood off,
Okay.
and my hair is going to just burst alight with a huge torch, causing fire damage to the thing that hit me.
Okay.
I haven't used this spell in a very long time. Never
Hellish
on this
Rebuke.
character. Hellish Rebuke.
Dexterity save,
Dexterity
2d10 fire
saving
damage.
Natural 20.
I'm locked in for this one.
throw. All right, I believe that's safe for half then.
Yep.
Okay. And it's 2d10 fire damage by the looks of it. Uh, 11 halved to 5 fire damage.
So the knocked back by this blow, you felt yourself kind of like going a bit funny, and then just at the last second, the flames burst out of you towards this creature. And how do you kill it?
Yes.
Okay, so I always thought Hellish Rebuke would be like I would take piercing damage or something, and it would just be like the suit gets pierced and it just bursts out.
Okay.
The hood gets rocked back with the violent contortion from the psychic damage, causing my hair to go alight, and then the change in pressure makes my sleeves loosen up. And I just start pouring gouts of fire out of the sleeves, and I just reach forward and I grab it, and I just feel it just.
As you grab it and pour fire into it, the scream that is not a scream bellows out from this creature. The ground becomes solid again, but in a way that it is clear this creature has been here. There is warping and strangeness to the brick underneath your feet. And the fires continue to burn and burn and burn until there is less and less and less and less of it until there is nothing. And it is gone. Not ash, gone.
Presumably sent back to where it came from, as opposed to destroying it. Because I leave ash for most other things, right?
You leave ash from most of the things. Yes, it is gone.
The shadows that bind it slowly retreat and morph with my shadow, and as it does, I will use Loathsome Gift to get a spell slot.
Ooh. Very nice.
Man, that's so fucking cool.
The shadows, having completed their mission, have now... and now the plague rats can move. They move towards Monica, the apparent killer of their person.
Yeah, my hair is still fully on fire, just like Hades when he gets angry in Disney's Hercules.
Cool. Does a 19 hit you?
That'll do it.
You take 8 points of damage.
Which one is this?
This is the plague rat right into the next to the dog.
Oh,
It
that one's
doesn't have-
baned.
No, this one's not baned.
That's
the
the
other one.
Oh.
This-
There are
this one,
two
yeah.
right next
There are
to it,
two.
yeah.
Yes,
There's
and
the
that's why
bane
it's
on the
eight-
little...
You said
yeah.
how much? 8 damage.
8 damage as these claws rip and tear into you. It's like they're getting stronger as more of them are starting to pack in. And bad for you. There's another one that does the same, and then makes another attack roll. Does a 13 hit you?
No.
This one
I'll catch that on my shield.
just hits your shield and manages to stop it. And now it's the one it comes out of its mesmerization, and now seeing the carnage and not understanding what's happened, because I don't even think it ever saw the creature long enough to understand what was happening, now just sees interlopers. Enters the room, sees the newest target, and goes to lash Richtov with tentacles. Does a 15 hit Richtov?
No.
So the first and misses. Does a 18 hit Richtov?
Yes.
Cool. You're going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. No, wait, is this one psychic as well? Probably is.
I have no resistance.
Okay, bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 points of damage. Yep, okay, can't do that until... Yeah, okay. That is its turn. Victor. It's got one of the tentacles kind of wrapped, maybe around probably your neck actually, as it's kind of like holding onto you, and the other one's managed to miss.
Cool. So I can still attack normally, right? It's just my speed that...
Yeah, grapple reduces your speed to 0, and that's all.
Yeah, I didn't want to be anywhere but here, so I'm going to continue stabbing. 18 to hit.
She does have... No, that does hit, yes.
Okay. 6 damage.
6 damage. The blade goes in. You see her as like more ichor and bile just pours onto the ground from these tentacles you're stabbing.
Cool. And then I'll do bonus action attack for 20, not natural.
That hits.
For 3 damage.
Yep. She takes 3 more points of damage. Like more is coming off. Like this stuff is coming on your arms. It's black and dark. Monica.
Okay, got 3 dudes all up in my business.
Mm-hmm. There was a chance I was going to kill that crow as well, depending on where Monica and the dog were. If the dog had been further away and it had been the crow and Monica, it would have worked that way. That would have been bad.
Before we got him his little outfit.
Yeah,
You're a monster.
Try to kill the dog.
You're allowed to kill the dog.
You can't.
I can't.
You can't.
I can't kill the crow. I think I can.
Not permanently.
Oh, that's true.
Not whilst I have
Oh.
things.
Oh,
Fair. Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Interesting. Cool.
Very interesting.
Monica.
God,
You've got a range of targets.
I do. I am going to reach out to that one in the middle. Do I have flanking from the crow? Oh, it's a con save anyway. Never mind.
Okay. Well, all right. Con save from the guy in the middle. Yeah, he fails.
Cool. In that case, yes, I
Definitely fails. He's the baned one. Jesus.
I snuff the fire from one hand, reach out, and I just leech all the heat away from him, and as the fire coming from my other hand just increases as I sap all the heat out of him, dealing
Induce hypothermia over there.
frostbite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like he went out in Canada without shoes on.
No, Megan.
That is 3 cold damage.
Okay.
And it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Cool. Yep. He's still up, but disadvantage. That's good for you.
Yep, and For bonus action, it's command the dog
To do what?
to teleport.
Okay.
To move into my space, so we're sharing it, and then teleport.
Okay.
So from there, it's
And then they all make dexterity saving
Fine.
throws, correct?
yep. 10,
Okay.
15. Yes. What were their saves?
15, 17, 2. Well, not 2, but 4. Roll the 2.
Well, the 17 has probably passed, I think.
I think the 15 has as well.
I think the 15 has as well. I just need to double check. I think the CT is 14.
Yeah, I don't think your DC is higher than
Yes,
Braylon's.
spell save DC. My spell save DC, so that's 14. So the ones who passed take no damage. That one who failed,
Takes.
6 fire damage.
He's still up.
Is that the baned one?
No. It's not the Bane one. Bane's in the middle one. I rolled in boom, boom, boom in order. So,
Did you also remind us?
oh,
the
that's
Bane
true.
sucked?
15. Yes, 15 is the middle one. So if you roll a Bane, roll a d4 on the Bane.
What's the DC?
2.
That is
That brings up to 13.
which is
It takes the damage. 6 fire damage.
cool. 6. And the middle one is consumed by the flames and just collapses to the ground. A pile of like puddle and bone. Where are you going?
I teleport down there. Okay, I can't quite move there because I think the pipe.
The pipe is actually physically in the way. That
Yeah.
pipe goes down, so it's like whoop, and then to the ground.
Yeah, but it looks like I've got space to squeeze just behind Richtov there.
There's not.
In that case, I will.
Can you do that and then put yourself there?
Oh yeah, I can have the dog there, or I can have the.
Can you use the dog between us?
Yeah, I'll put the dog between us. Cool. There we go.
Cool. Right.
Doggo.
Hi, grab boy. Where are you? You're there.
Oh, okay. Apparently that is also colliding with the wall.
This spot here. Yes.
That's what there. Yes.
Yeah. The pipe is round, so it's bigger on one side than it is. So the two corners are fit side, but that spot is not.
Okay.
You can't be.
So it's a dog sort of scooching up against the wall, a la Scooby-Doo, like.
Okay. So you want the dog there.
The dog will. The dog is fine.
Does the dog have flying?
The dog also has
Can be,
flying.
can be above you.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, he is flying 5 feet above me.
So. So there's a
He would have teleported
Teleported.
up there.
teleported above you flying. Okay, that's fine.
Well,
Yes,
we
sure.
were in the same spot when we
Yeah,
teleported.
yeah. That's fine. I'm just trying to work out where he is, and then did he have to move to get there? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. So with that, okay. This play rep
So
initiative.
is that middle one gone now?
Yes, actually. But this one runs straight towards Monica. Crow's brave. Crow's not brave. Runs straight through, runs past the crow, and goes after Monica. Monica does a 26 hit.
Yeah, actually funny.
It's only 26s.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
multiples of
Sorry,
30.
22. My math is really shit.
22. Oh no, that
Yeah,
hits.
4 points of damage.
Where are you?
Right there.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's it.
got
Is
to
it?
close windows. I have 6 hit points left.
As it claws across your chest and your face. You're lucky there's only one of them this time. Raylan.
Yeah.
How healthy is the one that's next to us looking?
Hasn't been hit yet. The only one it has is the one up.
The thing longer.
Oh, it's glorious.
That one has been hit. These two are fresh.
And obviously you've got...
And this guy's been hit a lot. That guy there has been hit a lot.
I will cast Inflict Wounds on this one.
Okay.
That's a... That's a...
Oh, you used the hit. No, it's not DC.
No. 16 to hit.
That does hit.
19 necrotic damage.
Oh, this immediately dies. Just, you grab hold of him, you probably grab a bit of fleshy bit, and it just... What does it look like when Raylan kills somebody with this spell?
Because this is not a touch spell. This is a
Inflict Wounds is definitely a touch spell.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can use it. You can cast it via your crow if you want.
Yes. Then.
And the crow landed on his shoulder, just.
Oh my god, my serious crow allergy.
So you can cast it via your crow. So here's your choices. You can cast it via your crow, but you hit the one at the back. Or you can move and then cast it on the one next to Monica.
I will move. Because I wanted to get this one specifically, so I will go and.
So you move forward, and then what does it look like when you grab hold of this guy and
just grab his shoulders like you judged.
And you watch him just crumple, just as the weight of something far greater than anything anyone should have right to be in presence of just turns him to mush. And all that's left is a cloak, like Star Wars when they slice through the Jedi's kind of stuff. He's dead.
Inflict Wounds is a great spell.
Yeah.
I remember when I decapitated Acting Longscarf with it.
Local bunny man.
The crow is like on the pew, and he's next to one of these plague rats, so he can't really. Both, what do I do? Both.
1 sec, I need to.
Oh.
We scared, Both.
Information. You should not be scared. Fear is my domain.
I was afraid of fear, damn it!
I offered you a bargain earlier. Drink this, and I offer a potion to him. I pop the cap with my thumb.
Yeah. He
Just
will.
to make us strength something stupid.
Okay, so he will fly over.
Mm-hmm.
He's been told to drink it. He's going to take an attack of opportunity from the one next to him, though, because he's
That's
just like. Great AC. How much? Okay. He's going to take a hit. He doesn't have a lot of HP. So he takes 4
What is the action economy for me to just hold up the bottle for him? I'm not
I will
the
say
one...
that's your bonus action to hold it, because that's an object interaction. He's drinking, you're just providing the thing. So that's free action to do that. And then on his turn, he's basically moving towards you. So what do you want to do? Because he's going to take 4 damage otherwise. I don't know how much HP your familiar has, but
I don't think it's
crows
4.
don't have a lot. Might get more.
Can he
If only
not?
your crow got flyby.
Can he not disengage? Move.
He
and
could
then-
disengage, but then he wouldn't be able to drink the potion.
Oh, okay. I was drinking a potion of full action.
For a crow.
Well,
Drinking a regular type of potion is supposed to be a full action anyway.
yeah.
It's only healing potions are a bonus, and that's a home rule for the group anyway.
Yeah.
Got it, yeah.
What are you going to do?
I won't do this then. I don't think I can risk it right now. I will use my bonus action to Misty Step him back into my cloak.
Oh, so he gets pulled. As this thing goes to reach, it goes and just gets pulled into you.
There's a bottle in there somewhere. Can you?
Yeah, but
Rooting
rooting around inside of you.
Wrong pocket.
He can do that. He can do that on
On
his
his
turn.
turn.
Because if you pull him into your bonus action, he's rooting around. What's he looking for?
Do I have to,
Something funny.
He's looking for the potion of fire breath. That one. So he goes, oh, this one. And yeah, you hear him
I promise you,
drinking.
you could breathe fire to them.
You can hear him drinking something in your pocket. That is his turn, though.
Steam starts to seep out.
That's assuming he grabbed the right potion.
Comes out of the nose. Pupil.
Bonus action move hex.
Cool.
Spell attack roll. 19 to hit. What's the lady with the long tongue?
She is still plague rat. She's a stage 2.
Stage 2 plague rat.
Okay. 19.
Yeah. So
That hits.
it's chill touch, but I think this is more just a focusing of the eye and almost sort of the visible, stark staring. Cause creating waves in the air at this point. So that is these ones. That is 8 points. Do you need to spot? No, they're both necrotic. 8 points necrotic damage.
Necrotic?
Yeah.
She has tons of shit. Cool. She is not dead, but she was very close. You see her kind of like struggling, and there's no breath. It's just like she's almost like she's trying to mimic behavior that she used to have.
She would be breathing heavily if she needed to anymore.
If she needed to anymore. Right.
Fun.
So
Honestly, same.
Raylan is in the way, but the body... okay, so he just runs towards Monica. On top of the... Not corpse, but
It's just robe that's on the
robes on the ground, and is single-mindedly running at Monica. Does a 14 hit you?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. First one runs
Catch on
at
the
you.
shield.
Okay. The next one also ignores Raylan. Does a 16 hit you?
It does.
You're going to take 8 points of damage.
I'm down.
So
Can
these...
I silvery barbs that?
You can.
I will do so.
That is lower. So... 13? Yeah, 13.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. So the two try and bring you down. And there is a reality where it happened, but not this one.
You can give advantage to someone.
Oh! I'll give it to...
An exquisite choice.
The smelly damage.
Get my stabbing weapons ready. Is it just on the next attack or my whole next turn?
Next action.
ability
Next
check.
roll you make.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I need you to make 2 con saves.
Me?
Mm-hmm. This creature has you grappled, and you feel something begin to pull out of you.
That is indeed problematic. Does the silvery barbs advantage?
I think it has to be the next one.
Yeah. No. I just wanted to check that it worked for saving throws as well. Okay. 14 for the first one.
That is a success.
Oh god, sorry. Let's get it in the box. And that is 19 for the
So
second
both
one.
for the success, you're going to take half of this damage.
Okay.
Glad I missed a step down of that.
$23, halved to 11.
Oh,
And
That
you
would have
see-
killed me.
You see that there was something that was kind of being pulled, but it doesn't seem to go into her. And just as that happens, the blood and ichor, or whatever you presume this thing for blood, comes out, and the tentacle in her mouth just plops to the ground as it falls. And it is your turn, Victor.
so to clarify, was she trying to pull something out or push something in?
She was trying to pull something out of you, your vitae.
Esoteric humour.
Okay.
No joke.
Victorian appropriate.
Yeah. Okay, right. Well, yeah, gonna stab her first of all for 20, not natural.
That hits.
Yep. So that's 8 piercing damage.
As the blade goes into her, there's a shuddering as all the tentacles kind of shoot out and harden, and then fall to the ground. She dies.
Good. And is there one alive over there?
There are 2 alive over there.
There's one under the dead body.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Cool. So
The dog is not there. The dog's above me, so you can move into that space.
okay, cool. So The focus will go on because there's one alive there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. And then stab with the dagger. 15 to
That
hit.
hits.
Oh, okay,
You
lovely.
get sneak attack on this one.
Because you're an ally in 5 feet. Hi, I'm
Okay,
the ally.
so that's 4 for the dagger,
Cool.
and then sneak attack is 3.
So 7?
7.
Okay. Yep.
So
It's still up, but they're very injured. Monica. Aren't very many
in
left,
fact,
but you guys are all so low.
actually,
Except for, Monica's really, really low. I know Victor's pretty low.
yeah, if I hadn't taken half damage, I'd be dead. Or
Down.
down. Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, get flanking.
Yeah, I'm moving to there.
I'll move you.
Yeah, cool. Because I assume I'm correct in assuming
Flanking,
that grapple
flanking.
immediately drops, right? The moment that the creature grappling me dies.
Yeah.
Cool.
If they're incapacitated, you lose grapple condition immediately.
Unless it specifically says otherwise. Like if we're on death, it tells us stone.
Yeah,
Grapple
that's
is not
true.
broken.
Yep, that's true. Monica.
That's a miserable way to die, headlocked in a dungeon
Oh, yeah.
by someone you turned to stone.
Yeah.
Remember that for Vaxxers.
Okay, how beat up are these two looking?
Pretty injured, both equally.
Both equally.
Yep.
Okay, in that case, I will.
But you definitely feel there is no reasoning with these two. They want you dead.
Yeah, they want me dead specifically, and oh, they're up next, aren't they?
No, Raylan,
one
of
people.
them
No,
is-
no.
That one's...
That was dead.
All of them are dead except. So it will
These
be
two.
everyone except them.
So this one here is
It's
dead.
That's why his picture's great.
Oh!
Okay.
I thought he was just unusually sallow.
They're pretty sallow, but not that sallow.
Pretty sallow.
He is now.
Well, yeah. I think that one is actually just the cloak, to be fair. It's the one underneath the other one, so... Monica, what are you doing?
I am going to do another frostbite, I think.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
No, the con save.
Oh, con save, okay. 17 on the die, that's going to be lots.
Yeah, that's a success. They pass. Nothing happens.
Okay. Oh. So yeah, you reach out with this thing, and there is just nothing to pull. There's no heat left in them. You feel like maybe these are already dead.
They just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case,
Yes.
I think I'm just going to have the dog teleport me and Raylan.
Does it exclude allies when it explodes? Okay, so it's going to hit Victor.
No, because it's above me. Victor's within 5 feet.
Oh, I see. So it moves above you, and then you. Okay.
It was already.
It was already
above.
above, it was
okay,
hovering
yeah,
above
yeah.
me, but
We
I
just
just couldn't put
couldn't-
that on the map.
We just
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
stack
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
tokens.
yeah. Okay, cool. So
No, and the only reason I'm bringing you with me is because you take the fire. Which I didn't.
as with the crow.
I mean, technically, I could just move it here, and then
Yeah, you could.
yeah. So I'll move it there, and then I'll teleport, leaving you.
Unharmed.
I mean,
And flank.
Oh wait, no.
yeah, I'm flanked right now.
No, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I'm going to pick all of us up and 10, 15. Hide behind Richtov.
Okay.
The bastion of health that I am.
You're very stabby. But okay, both those need to make dex saves, please.
They do. They might actually die from this.
Cool.
12.
Fail.
Cool. 12.
Fail.
Cool.
Big no.
7 fire damage.
They're both and dead. And with that, we can end the combat. The smell of smoke, ash, burning flesh, and whatever horrid putrid mess came out of that well linger. But there is quiet, and the only thing you hear
Is Monica chugging a health potion for max healing?
Yeah. And the sound of the dripping of water. And the very, very far distance, a woman running for her life. So.
Information. We should proceed to stop the saboteurs.
Yep.
Right. Let me give you some information really quickly and some other bits and pieces. Now, are you going to stick around to loot the bodies? Are you going to just leave them as they are? What is the goal there? I'm going to roll check.
Raiden will loot the one by the door.
Yeah, that was my plan as well. What about the other leader that was holding the skull? Did they fall down the well?
They didn't fall down the well. They're over there. They're over that way.
Was she the one holding the skull originally?
Yes, she
The
was.
pupil is going over there to... I'm not even going to say those words.
That body.
To...
Press the eye onto her face and eat fear.
Oh, okay. What is left of it? What is left of this creature? You don't feel any... There is no sustenance to be gained from this thing, whatever she had become.
In that case, I'll go for her pockets as well.
Fair enough. So
Monica's
her
poking her
pockets.
head out the door.
Before you get to the door, Raiden will approach you with the staff that's going to stop your way. You promised me that this was going to be the lesser of two evils. You were supposed to go and stop the bomb. You also promised me that you wouldn't do anything foolish again. Care to explain yourself?
For clarity, you're not talking about Monica going off on her own because she wasn't going to leave. She
No,
was
as
gonna head out
in,
the door.
so...
You're talking
In my,
specifically about
I
us
think from my
coming
perspective,
into this.
I think it was you summoning the dog to go and get the...
Ooh.
It might not be you. So it was
Okay.
one
I
of
was-
it's
I
one
was-
of-
got sharp
I
bits
was
on it.
no, I saw
literally
her.
just fell off the bottom as I was
She
picking it
locked
up.
eyes with me, and then you very definitely
and
saw
there's the
me
cork as well.
turn away.
So some
I think
I
what
asked
happened is
in
there was a miscommunication in character
Mm.
because Pupil popped wings when Richtov drank the potion of flying,
I think Monica.
and then Monica saw that and assumed we were about to go popping off.
No, it was the
Or-
opposite. It was the opposite. You assumed Monica was about to go popping off, but then she resisted and
That was
turned
it.
away.
Yeah.
But you guys had already drank your stuff, and you thought, let's fucking go for it anyway, because you wanted that skull.
because basically Raiden asked in the pipe which is the thing that we should focus on, and it was determined that was the bomb. And
So you saw.
I want to know
Monica.
which one of you I should be angry. Which one would Raiden be angry of as perceiving to be the one who broke that pack?
It was not Monica. Monica.
Because I thought it was you grabbing the baker as the first one down there.
No, I didn't.
Was it?
I was the first one down.
Yeah.
There you go.
Although the reasons for that, I don't think.
It doesn't matter. Right now, it's like, who did I see?
Yeah,
Who
I
fucked up?
I went first.
So I guess then, as you're trying to loot the body, I guess why Kenny was tap
Yeah.
knuckle tap your hands. I was promised that this was not the right course of action. We have a bomb to defuse. Yet you recklessly decided to jump into the fight. Why?
Good question. I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
Were you not in control of your faculties at the time?
No, I was.
So you chose. You made the choice.
It appears the situation's more complicated than I had anticipated.
Will there be further lapses in judgment whilst we're here?
I will endeavour to ensure that does not happen again. Although, in hindsight, I think we did okay.
At considerable cost, effort, time, resources that we don't have when we're trying to stop a bomb going off.
Very true.
Unless you wish Ember to die.
Oh, people got his skull back though. What's that?
I'm aware. I tried to stop him.
And what if that thing had come out after we'd left and then surprised us?
Then we could have shoved a bomb down its throat.
Me, I remember being in the before in the vision. Did I feel gendered in that?
Fair point.
Yes.
I don't
Did
think
I
it was
feel
wholly my decision.
Like I remember what gender that was.
I will ensure that it does not happen again.
Very well.
Should we go find that bomb?
Things are funny. Gender is complicated.
Mm.
I think for pupil you would feel like a person that was very sure of themselves and sure of in their body and sure of kind of the strength of their body. But beyond that, the memory is too hazy to figure out anything beyond that.
Does anyone find anything in the various paquettes?
So, on the cult leader, I'm just going to call her that, you find a key. It looks like a very dirty, dingy, kind of messed up little key. On the woman, I say woman, when you kind of go to open her robes to find like stuff inside, this is not a person. Whatever was in here is no longer anywhere close to any creature that you would describe as of the sapient beings of Arbor. They have been wholly transformed. But inside of her robes, as you're kind of like picking through, you find these are just, the robes are to hide the thing that she is, and they have no things inside of them. She was raking you with her tentacles. Oh, you do find a dagger on the cult leader as well. I forgot about that. Very ornate, culty dagger with blood all over it.
Naturally.
Uh-huh. So, as you opened this room, I'll tell you some stuff inside. This room, the one to the south, the room is seemingly a higgledy-piggledy mess of cobbled together copper and steel. The walls look like repurposed and shaped piping material, welded and bolted together. Underfoot is a tattered carpet, likely pulled from a bin and stitched back together. There are large doors leading south, north, and west. Two large statues made of colored stone and iron, their faces worn away, guard the entrance to the north, and small green flames glow in the center of their hands, casting an eerie light on the hallway.
So which way is north? Furthest away from you?
North.
or-
I think north is that way.
North is this way, south is this way, east is...
Oh, so that's where we come from, is where the statues are glowing.
Yeah.
Right.
You kind of pass through them and they're kind of like standing to either side. And if they had a gaze, but they do not have eyes or faces, they would be staring out.
We think the bomb's in a westerly direction, that way?
Yes, you believe it to be that.
Yeah. And what was on this door, sorry?
South is another door, just another door.
Oh, okay.
Before we leave this room, how stable does this ritual pit that the thing emerged look like?
It is no longer glowing and pulsing, and it has receded tremendously.
Can we?
It's
like,
now just a
mark-
hole.
It's now just a hole.
Is there like still a ritual circle around it?
Oh yeah.
Maybe
all
mark
that
that
stuff is-
just before we go.
All that. Yeah, sure. You go over and kind of scuff it and smudge it out.
Monica might just throw some produce flames at it to scorch it off.
I will bear in mind.
Oh, also, I throw fire at it.
Okay. Burns and
Like, even during the combat, I was just burning everything in that direction.
bear in mind, you've got to remember in terms of the context of Arbor, you are in the tiniest section of sewer, and the plague rats rule it all.
Yeah.
Partially.
Cool.
So, yeah, you come into this room and there's a door to the south.
Can I stealth up to the door and then perception?
Which door?
Westerly.
That one. Cool.
Also ping that thoughts and try and triangulate where and how many people there are within 30 feet.
How well lit is this area as well?
This area is pretty well lit. I mean, I think you still have dark vision.
I've still got dark vision up to 100 feet, but
Okay, you come up to the door.
I've got 24 on the stealth.
Cool.
And then perception is 15.
15. You sneak up to the door, press your ear to it. and hear nothing inside. Or at least nothing on the other side. With that perception check, you do realize that if you bump into the door, you realize it's locked.
Dingy key?
One more thing before we leave this room, I kind of look at the crow, fly it off for a minute, because he's like still frothing. It'll last an hour. Get used to it.
Hey, we could have had the crow burn off.
Try not to breathe too hard right now.
I had a bad pipper.
It lasts an hour.
I don't want to breathe fire, boss. It's terrible.
You said you did.
I'd also avoid high explosives for the moment.
You remember the scroll of Icarian flight from Morrowind?
Yeah.
A potion of fire breath that doesn't make your mouth immune to fire is the worst thing in the world.
Right. So you go to the door. You listen. You try. You kind of like motion for the key. Grab it. Pull it in the key. It doesn't lock. It doesn't open. Doesn't shift. It's not for this door.
Can I try and pick the lock?
You can do.
Death thoughts.
Huh?
Death thoughts for the number of people.
There is one person to the east. You don't know distance, but you know
East.
they're pretty close.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. The baker.
No.
No, Baker's
Baker's
northeast.
too far away.
Probably long
They're
gone
free
by
now.
now.
If you stand right where the player token is, they are almost directly east.
Okay.
Do you get a distance as well?
Only by moving the circle of where I am to where I detect them on the edge of the perception.
I'll give you that, because you can do your smart cookie. You're kind of like doing that. You're methodical.
Mm-hmm.
They are
To a fault, some might say.
They are right there.
So
Same
just on the
ele-
other side of the wall.
Same elevation as us?
They are slightly higher. Not much higher, but a little bit.
So if people is there just do the crouch animation, trying to work out elevation.
As a small amount of levity, no one should say the phrase "oh no" 3 times in succession, because if that's the Kool-Aid guy,
Is there like a grate on the wall
no.
or anything?
No.
So it's not someone just peering through.
No, it is solid, but it's solid in the way that's been constructed. This whole area feels like it was not part of the original sewer construction.
Okay.
16 on lockpicking.
They all have toughness because it makes it easy. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh. As you go to open it, you realize that it's not that it's locked. It's actually that it's been rusted shut. You kind of pick the lock, ha! And it doesn't move.
Get up the WE-40.
That actually doesn't work.
Can I cast mending on it?
Oh, I love that.
Well, he's done the hard work of picking the lock.
Can I combine my efforts of prestidigitation to clean the rust away?
So that's what I was going to say. Rust is technically not that it's broken, it's that there are things in the gears and the structure.
Reinforcing the
I would
metal enough to clean the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you do that if you do both together. I will still want prestidigitation while mending takes a while, doesn't it?
Prestidigitation is 6 seconds. Mending is a minute.
A minute, so it'll take you a minute to do that. While he's doing that, you're kind of like, and you're kind of cleaning it. The rust is kind of like, basically you're remaking where the rust has degraded the metal. Mm-hmm. What are you two doing?
I'm going to listen at the other door just to see if there is anything. I can hear anything on the other side of it.
Cool. Make a perception check.
Okay, my passive perception is 21.
Sure.
My actual perception was 11.
Your passive perceptions, usually I'll take that. You go to the door, you listen, you hear nothing on the other side, except the soft sputtering of torches. 21.
Above us, because I've got fly, any pipes?
Not these ones.
No.
These
Okay,
are
cool.
solid.
So,
that pipe I was landing was a broken one. Does that one lead back into
you could have gone back into the pipe work. Yep.
Is the figure coming from the pipe?
No. There's a room.
There is a room.
There's a room somewhere.
elsewhere?
Or there is a. Well, I guess there could be another pipe, but you don't think it's that one. It's too low.
Either that or
Can
someone's been casting over Montiardoed.
can I search to see if this is actually a hidden door of some description?
Make me a perception check or investigation check.
Probably perception. 8.
8. You don't think so. You don't. It looks solid. It's also strange. Like, it's odd. This it was made badly, quickly, but with materials that should be resistant to, like, brute force, unless one of you was exceptionally strong or destructive, or if you had dynamite.
Should we see what's behind the other door?
I can't hear anything. I just hear torches.
I've passed you the key, so you have that one to try as well.
I'll try,
Is it locked for this one?
This one's not locked.
so I will try to ease it open very quietly.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work because there's a sound effect.
That's a total of 5 on my stealth check.
I think, yeah, with that, you kind of like, there's something behind it, and you kind of plunk, and it knocks in. Inside the room, barrels, boxers, and assortment of container line the walls in this room. The carpet continues from the previous room and around the corner, ending in a more substantial door. In addition, a set of stairs winds upwards onto a makeshift metal platform, and another door leading so the north of next to the door stands a strange. Oh no, she's gone. Never mind.
That's the.
Yeah, she heard the explosions. Cool.
Sorry, where's the stairs?
They're around the
just there.
so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just move down one.
Are they active torches that we can see there
Yes.
generating light?
They are generating light.
So
And there are tons and tons and tons and tons of containers in this room.
do we want to look behind that door?
I think
on
we
the
should
platform?
focus on the person who's potentially behind that door. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Given
I'm going to let you sneak.
that his stealth roll was so atrocious that I'd presumably pick up on that,
Yeah.
I kind of signal for you to hold fast, and then
I also have a question about the memory from before. I have been given the ability to cast Bardic Inspiration twice. What does that look like?
You think you're drawing on something that is like the ability to inspire others through actions. It feels the myriad. That's what I'm going to call them
Yep.
now. The myriad
Love it.
do not understand it, but the wave feels like this is a thing that they just did as if they were breathing. Like it's a thing that just came naturally to them, whoever they were.
Does it look like I would activate that by speaking to people? Or...
I think so. I think that would be part of it. You could also do... There is also a part of you that feels like it's in your speaking, it's in your actions, it's in everything that you are. Your very being inspires people. You don't know why you feel that, but you do feel that. There's no...
There is a strangely human bearing to people then as people looks at Richtov and says... Is it Richtov right now?
Mm-hmm.
Information. Richtov. Good luck.
You feel something like kind of deep.
Bardic Inspiration.
So make your stealth check.
Again, yeah, sure thing. Do I get to choose when I use this?
Yeah.
Okay, I will stick with my 20.
You sneak around the corner up to the stairs, and you listen at the door. You make a perception check, please.
I might.
I know what your passive is.
23.
23 is better than your passive. You listen to the door. You hear the bubbling sound of. You would definitely know what this is. An alembic and Bunsen burners. A chemistry set is behind that door.
Man, I smashed so many of these that belong to Victor.
I'm drawn into that. Can I, as slowly as possible, open that door?
Sure. You open the door as slowly as possible. As you do. It is, it's kind of a chain door. Flooding your nostrils immediately upon entering the door to this comparatively well-lit room is the overpowering smell of death, decay, and blood. It is no small wonder, as stacked nearly to the ceiling on one wall is a pile of corpses, all neatly wrapped up. A cursory glance of the room reveals that this must be an alchemist's workshop. Bubbling away on a cauldron is a green substance, and next to it is the severed head of a man, along with the usual vials and reagents stacked around. In addition is a small card table, the game abandoned at some point. Your passive perception is 12. The card table appears to have been moved at some point recently. Glass has been knocked over and alcohol is spilling down below.
So, do I get the impression that it's been moved because it was either over something and they've moved it to gain access, or it's been moved back over to cover?
I think with your passive perception, you can't tell that.
Can I have
Is
a little...
Monica coming behind you now, or is she like?
If you motion Monica to come
do I see anyone actually alive in this room? If I poke my head in, if I can move in just one
You
square.
don't see anyone alive in this room.
Okay, cool. I'll signal for Monica to come in.
Okay.
No, I won't. What I will do, because that's got the potion in it, right? The whatever they're brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pour that into an empty container? Possibly the mushroom flask at this point.
Okay, yeah, you take the mushroom flask. As you begin to pour it, oh no, you have access to all of Victor's memories, but not necessarily... but Victor's memories includes this. Okay, you pour this potion in there, you immediately recognize it. This is Haunt.
Called it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I was going to say, I would probably recognise it from the fact that I've seen Haunt before.
Correct, and so has Victor.
Yes.
Both people have.
The way that I'm doing it is but Richthof is not an alchemist.
No.
So he might have some memories, but no understanding of the process.
Yeah. He just recognizes what
Okay,
it
cool.
is, but not how. He's looking at this thing. He's like, I have no idea how they made it, but I know what that is.
Cool. Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of like a drug addict going, "Oh, I recognize the cocaine," and not necessarily knowing how you got there in the first place.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I've got one, and then I'll come back, and then I'll signal Monica to come in.
So it's Monica.
I ain't no scienceman, but I know meth.
I think you're still at just a little bit before a minute. We'll kind of carry this on a little bit
cool.
longer. As you Monica, you walk up, you notice that in the room, you're kind of looking around because your passive perception is stonking high now.
21.
You notice a large chain running from one of the pipes along the wall to a spot underneath the card table. And looking underneath it, you see a grate that seems to lead into a chamber below this one. As you cast your eyes across it, you see it is filled with corpses, all having their heads removed. The chain leads into the pile.
Move the card table.
Okay? I think it's at that point you two finish what you're doing.
Alright, do you want to cut back to them then?
Yep.
Or move the player token back then?
One last.
Oh, no, grab.
thing. Is that an actual marking on the floor? Or
Is that chandelier?
Is that a chandelier or is that?
That's a chandelier. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
That's a shadow of a chandelier. That's
Cool.
hanging above.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure if there was like runic markings on the floor.
No. There's just a shit ton of bodies and some really nasty alchemy.
Just.
Well, got what we got.
Information. I believe the door can now be...
Does it like the rusty key would fit this now the lock's been mended?
No.
I've
Please pick the lock already.
I've already picked the lock.
Cool.
So.
Information. I believe this door can now be opened.
I will stealthily open the door.
Cool. Let's do that.
Well, we need you to click it there.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's a lock. Another really loud door.
Information. That's super loud.
Did you mean to close it again?
No! Okay. It's enough.
Actually, before we open, I would say, is anyone on the other side first?
Detect thoughts? Sure.
You don't see it,
Then,
technically.
Information. Not within 30 feet.
So, as you open the door, inside you find a well-organized and well-stocked repair room. Replacement valves, gears, and sewer pipes, along with the tools to use, and they're stacked onto shelves in neat arrays, along with a substantial amount of, dust. Not dust is in quotes, but dust. You realize that if you needed anything that would allow you to disrupt the flow of pipe work, or to change it, or even fix and repair things, here's where you would go to get that stuff. There's also a pipe leading out of here to the south, via a, what's that called? Like a giant valve. You kind of go
Bulkhead.
Clunk. Yeah, bulkhead. That's good. Clunk, clunk, and you open it.
And when we're all the way in the room, can people sense any further creatures in
I
this
will
direction?
prowl. Yeah.
No.
Because I suspect this is the way forward for us, but...
Unless we go back into that pipe that we left and carry on through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. We are so far in this direction, though. Like,
Query, should we rejoin the others?
yes.
I love the fact that. So as you kind of go up, are kind of like leaving the room and going down, we kind of switch back to you guys, and you have this kind of. You see this chain going underneath Monica. What do you do?
I suspect there's someone on the other end of that.
Yes.
Get your knives ready.
Nope. We should return later. I've already been chastised once for going off course.
Me good.
Um,
Good boy.
let's rejoin the others.
Okay.
Meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Are there any other exits from this room?
Not from this room, no.
Okay, so yeah, we'll head.
One question before we leave. A lot of headless corpses. Are there any heads?
One on the alchemist table. That is.
No, that's
It's
made
just
from
there.
People brains. Or the eyes, the eyeless one.
It's a shame we don't have a flask of oil to chuck down to the body pit.
Well, we don't know if the
I
person in the
will
body pit is a
point out to you
prisoner.
the chain is connected to a pipe and is dragged down underneath,
Connected to a pipe, how?
like a prisoner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking
Right.
I think
I
that,
didn't want you to do something that you realized afterwards.
I think that kid is down there and is being forced to move bodies.
Oh, so the chain is going into the pipe,
So
potentially
imagine
anchored.
there's a pipe on the wall.
Yeah.
The chain is wrapped around it a couple of times and then secured so it doesn't move.
Then it falls in the grate.
Then it goes down, goes from the pipe to the grate underneath, and then the pipe kind of like the chain goes all the way down and like goes into where the bodies are, and disappears.
Yeah.
But isn't connected to any
I
of the
think
bodies you can
someone's
see.
hiding
Okay.
in the corpse pile.
We killed a bunch of the plague rats.
So yeah, you kind of come out to this area where all the barrels and stuff are, and the two of you groups kind of meet up. There are tons and there's one door behind you that you did not go in, which is the fanciest looking door.
Can I just have a quick cursory glance at all the inventory they've got in here, see if
You
there's anything
open one,
worth
it's-
looking at?
It's all haunt. Every single barrel thing, every single crate, every single barrel, all haunt. Tons and tons and tons and tons of it.
Is haunt flammable?
You don't know. You better try to set it on fire.
Getting the destruction of the keep in Game of Thrones from lots of green glowing liquid and fire.
That's what I was thinking of it.
Yeah.
What's above here? Oh no.
So, door open.
Yes.
Query. Information. Yes. Query. What did you find?
Haunt. And
Workshop to make it.
which
Query. What of the creature?
I think there's someone hiding in a body pile up there. They seem like a prisoner.
prisoner or enemy we can return later.
They are in immediate danger.
No.
Can people? I think that's piqued its curiosity. Will walk to the edge and go, "Query, who is there?"
I did say we killed a bunch of the plague rats. I did say that as we were leaving.
Oh, okay.
Make me a persuasion check.
I don't want to brag, guys, but I now do.
Who's making the persuasion check?
Well, flat 0.
Oh!
And that is up from at the beginning of the campaign, -4.
Big money roller.
5.
You hear silence. Nothing else.
We'll investigate later.
As much as I want to
There is a bomb.
free whoever's there.
Yeah, no, you are right. You are right.
If they are
You
innocent,
say that out
then-
loud?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bomb!
Hey, come on out of there.
Is that a child's? Is that a childlike voice?
Very young, younger than you. Oh, all right. I might need a little
Is
help.
your name Simon?
No, no.
Roll insight. And my passive insight's
Same.
16.
24.
Lots, many.
22.
No, it's not.
23.
There's no hints of lie there. It's more of a lot of fear.
Is the grate locked?
No, it looks like it's able to be moved.
Do you just need a hand being pulled up? Okay.
It's
Yeah.
far. And,
Fine.
Yeah, we will lift him out.
As you go to reach down, you see it's not him, it's a woman,
Oh.
though she is quite big. And you might struggle a bit to pull her out. You grab hold of her and kind of...
Not with my +4 Tyrannosaurus strength, I won't.
Oh, that's true. So you pull her out, and what you see is this woman. Her ears are little hippo ears, and she kind of like has more of a big kind of more hippo type frame, and thus
Hell yeah.
she couldn't quite get herself out of a basically a corpse pit. She is a little over 6 feet tall, olive-skinned young woman in a makeshift hat festooned with small little pipework and gears and gauges. Poking out of the hat are two small hippo-like ears. She is dressed in a blue dress that seems patchwork and hand-me-down and clearly size far too large for her. You don't look
Can I
like...
try and pick... it's not. Never mind. I was going to try and pick the lock on the shackles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there is definitely... And there's a shackle around her leg.
Stand still. Shit. Maybe have another swing at it. 'Cause it's 10.
Okay. Not enough to kind of pick the lock, unfortunately, on this one.
You look like you are fairly familiar with the pipework down here, is that right? No? Oh, sorry, I thought with the hat with the pipes on it.
I was born here, in this room.
Oh.
Would a 24 allow people to just rip the chain apart?
On a 24? Yeah.
Yeah, people just
You're an
artifact strength.
You're not a... You're...
Information. We are done here.
Oh.
I'll turn to you and give my acquiescence to your statement of we need to go.
Yes.
You're not done here. We've now introduced a potential threat.
Why
I'm not threat. I'm not threat.
why don't we walk and talk at the same time?
Okay. Ray, let me have 21%. She is... there is, in her pocket, in like her front pocket, there is a letter. Like quite old on her. And like very, like clearly very precious to her. It kind of like opens up from her like coat and then disappears again. But on the like... On the front of it is like DAR that you can see, and then it just disappears again. Are you here to? You don't look like. I don't know anything except. What are you here? We wanted to. Where are we going?
We're trying to stop a bomb.
Yeah, bomb. You did mention. Let me get. And she goes and grabs something from her alchemist stuff. I will also let you know she looks very young. She is 15, if that.
Are you the alchemist?
Yes, my mother was before I was.
I see.
I've been here a while. They had me making haunt after her notes, although I've been trying to poison it and alter it and change it, but they've had me make so much lately, and I don't.
They're dead now.
I want to give you this though. It's something I made.
What have we got here?
It should allow you, if I've done it right, to mix any two potions and drink them at the same time, and safely, most importantly.
We're going to give you a guy minty hot breath.
All right. So,
Information. You are to proceed to this address. Information. Take the...
Stop.
No,
There is no point of egress from this place other than through the pipe.
that and
She's never been outside this room, have you?
yeah,
no.
yes.
I lived here my whole life after my mother And
Yes.
they made me,
Well, yep.
Given the choice between waiting here and
heading closer towards the bomb.
which would you choose? Or picking a random direction and hoping you don't come across any more plague rats. Which would you choose?
Or other things.
She has no idea. I think I'd rather stay with you. I think.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't get the others. They don't talk. They just yell and shout. If you kill
A lot of them. Okay, so if fighting starts, you hide.
I can do that.
Do you have any healing potions?
No, they don't really make me make those. I think I know.
You said you corrupted the haunt. How?
I was trying to. It's a very complicated recipe, and to try to corrupt it without them noticing was really hard. I was getting close. I didn't actually manage it. They kept finding the spoiled samples. My mother was definitely smarter than me, or at least knew more. She tried to teach me things, but they wouldn't let her teach.
We will have a fuller conversation.
Yeah, you see Rowan about to ask another question because he's interested, but at the same time, no. We've got to go.
We will have follow-up
Pupil
questions,
is
but for now,
actively at war with itself right now because the bit of it that is wants to protect children deeply wants to help here,
Yeah.
and the bit that needs on a more primal level to protect the eye needs to go.
Oh, it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to. But...
So you've definitely not been outside this room.
well, you're about to.
I mean, I
You
can see the hallways sometimes. That's as far as it goes.
You've never been to this hallway.
I've had this chain on my whole life, and the chain you realize it has warped her foot significantly.
Jesus.
Fine. Let's go.
I'm just going to, because I'm a suspicious bastard, roll insight just to make sure that she has been truthful through this whole thing.
Is walking painful?
Are you asking that, her?
Yes.
No, I think I can walk.
Okay.
They let me walk.
Okay, because I can help you fly. That might be a bit much for a...
They threatened a couple of times to just remove my legs, but I said I needed them because I needed to move between, and they kind of accepted that, and that was enough.
23.
She is shit scared and has no concept of the outside world. This is her world, and she is just terrified enough. And she's clinging to a hope that you aren't going to do more worse to her at this point.
No. Yes, go on. Out we come. We'll have time for more conversations in a bit. What's behind the door that I unlocked and you fixed?
It is a maintenance area for this sewer network. There is another point that enters the pipe network. You have a choice: go back through the broken pipe, or go to the room and go through the hatch that's in there.
Can we... Please.
I was going to say, could we try and figure out which direction from here the...
What direction takes us closer to the Gilded Cage, going back into the pipe or going through the bulkhead?
Closer to the Gilded Cage is an interesting question.
Have we got any will or woe questions left?
No.
I've got one I can do as a ritual, but I will need to spend 10 minutes, which I don't think we have.
Going into the pipe in the room in the way that you came in will take you closer to the Gilded Cage. That doesn't necessarily mean it's closer to where the people with the bomb are.
Yeah, because we're trying to intercept them.
I suppose if they're going through the regular sewers, then a maintenance hatch might
Is the maintenance hatch bigger?
Oh, I'm assuming it's person.
This one's a little
Or
bit
at least
bigger,
not
but
as
it's still
half
stooping down and
Yeah.
kind of digging in. Remember, not every race in Arbor is
the same size.
The same size, and they may have employed specific people to do these kind of work.
I mean,
We asked them for the... did we say what size they were?
Yes, you did.
Oh, the froggers, the sappers. The
Yeah.
proper frog.
What's Gripply are not Gripply? What are they? Grung are
Medium size or small.
small.
It
yeah.
was more specifically we're more
Frogman.
likely to fit a hippo person through a maintenance hatch than we are through a small tunnel.
She's still a medium sized creature. She can go through it. It's just she's big.
Yeah.
More like dense, more than anything else.
Yeah. Let's.
I say maintenance hatch, but I'm happy to be outside.
Yeah. Let's go.
So you click and open the maintenance. So she clunk, 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 and it opens.
Oh,
And you may step into the maintenance hatch, and it should automatically.
Oh my.
There you go. You step in. You are in a pipe, another network.
Ooh. So it's dead end there, but we can get up that
Yes.
way.
If I perception check, can I hear anything echoing through any of the pipes?
Just the sound of water from this distance. Even like with your 21, you've got your passive perception. You don't hear anything.
Okay. I think we want to head this way and then up.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Come to a junction, north and south.
Any detect thought?
I am permanently
Constantly
thinking
kind of
detect
like
thoughts.
pinging
Yeah.
detect thoughts. Cool. You hear nothing at this distance.
Right, on to the next junction then.
Keep an eye out for the users as well.
Mm-hmm. So far, nothing. Not in this area, anyways. Come to the next large junction.
Okay. I'd like to go. I'd like to listen at the door.
Door?
There's a door here.
Ah, that is a bulkhead.
Ah.
Similar to the other one. And it's... You get 21. You would hear... You were in the Glittering Caves. You hear language you remember from the Glittering Caves. Probably spoken of... Probably like behind things.
Do I detect any thoughts?
30 feet. Yes. 1, 2, 2.
What behind that bulkhead door?
To the north.
Oh, to the north.
West.
Yeah.
Are we sure we're going the right way? Kind of heading back to being parallel with the pipe.
Yeah, because it's going to intercede
I
across
thought
there.
it was further
This water is
south.
now flowing this way across. So
Should we have a look at what's on the next junction?
from here to basically from here to here, essentially.
What was the info that we had? How did we know they were in this direction?
Your thing said it was to the basically you asked
We
which
asked,
direction to go.
yeah. We asked all the way back here before coming down here,
Yeah.
which is the quickest way to get to the red cloak.
The
The Red Lantern
Red
saboteurs,
Lanterns,
yeah.
And it said,
Go the direction over the broken pipe.
Well,
whatever
okay, I'm
that
just going to
means.
quickly poke my head up here. Yeah,
Which is-
okay.
That's where we would have gone.
I
on
think
the
we should
boat.
go south.
not further through there.
through the bulkhead.
I thought we can't go through it, but
You can't go. There's no like thing. It's
There's
just
no wheel.
solid.
yeah, I assumed it was yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
okay, so we can either go that way.
I think if we head north and
Because if we get that, but we're now north of the pipe, but we were supposed to be going south of. I thought, but maybe I'm wrong.
What is at the end there?
Yeah.
yeah, up the top here.
Yeah.
Mhm. It seems to go out into an area, a little like chamber.
Can we
Because,
hit here?
because,
Oh, okay.
because we know there's detect thoughts there.
Yep, and you can still feel three thoughts there.
Three now.
And yes, because when you get that close, you can still detect 3 of them.
Yeah.
And what are we? And then does the pipe look like it's heading east now?
Yes, it goes east and then.
Yeah, I think
does it
you're right. I
spiral
think
down?
south. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
You
Okay.
can go in there and have a look. It looks like it goes around the corner to the north.
Have a little look in that pipe, literally just while we're here.
Mhm.
Just because if it swings round, then I think we might have our answer. But otherwise, yeah.
Ah.
Hang a left up the top here.
I could have made them actually go on top of each other.
Yeah, I think. Look, and then.
Like,
Brennan's getting it.
okay,
We're going
immediately
the
when you
wrong
get to that
way.
corner, because people, I assume you're kind of like, you're probably right behind Monica, because it's probably Monica leading because you have dark
Because
vision.
we need dark vision, then we need the detect force.
Yeah,
It's kind of our
So
halfway,
pupils, you
yeah.
get there and you immediately detect a thought.
Yeah.
One per. Let me check how far that is. Yeah, you get one thought. One thought.
Are you able to get any of the content of their thoughts easily?
Not without seeing them. You'd have to be able to see them.
Right.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, what's that?
Clairvoyance.
Ooh! I think you need a rolly.
I do need a roll.
You need a big roll as well.
I don't think clairvoyance is that high.
Is it third?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah,
that-
you only need 13.
What were we using clairvoyance for?
To look where that thought is.
Yeah, we'll kind of.
I don't think we need that kind of insight. mate.
Yeah, did you not want to save the scroll?
I can do.
I mean,
I
head
got
up,
two.
head up to the corner here.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah, that empties. So you kind of like get to the edge and poke your way through. And I think at that point, people, you can see there is a woman and a hooded figure having a very quiet conversation.
Perception to hear that conversation.
With your passive conversation, you can overhear this conversation fairly easily. As you enter the lit chamber, you see two figures huddled around a small fire. A small object is passed between them in an exchange of leaves. The one receiving the leaves is cloaked and hooded, wearing a strange mask. The other is a reptilian beast-skin woman in an upper-class attire, though it has seen better days. Behind both of them is a tent with flat clothes and a number of crates. As you overhear this conversation, you hear, "Why does the price keep going up?" And you hear, "It is the nature of the price, madam. Supply gets harder and harder every time. And I do not hear my other customers complain." "Very well. I simply wanted to see my dear departed husband again."
So she's buying horn,
Yeah.
and that's a plague rat salesperson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it look like? A type 1 or type 2 plague rat?
Looks like more like, he looks like a type 1 or even less. This mask is covering much of his face though, so you don't see the kind of wriggling nastiness underneath.
Yeah.
I think
Is that
we
an
could-
exit from this room here?
There is an exit to the east, west.
Is that,
Is this,
wait,
this
wait,
is
wait,
a
wait.
distraction?
Yeah. Back the other way.
Back the other way.
Yeah, let's do it.
I just thought it would loop round, but yeah.
So yeah, you hear this conversation at a drug deal and then leave.
Yeah.
Just waiting for it to switch to the other layer.
You have to go forward and back. Because it sometimes does
Okay,
that.
there we go.
Nice.
There's some weirdness along the way that works.
And then,
And you make your way through pipe works, just trudging through things. The woman,
Do you have an opinion?
she's really struggling. She looks like she wants to say something and then kind of stops herself for a
in
second.
command, speak.
Oh, can I get your names?
Monica.
Victor.
Yep.
Raylan.
Raylan.
Information. My name is Pupil.
Is that a Joe thing, or does it?
That's in character.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah, there will be a... Monica pauses for a beat. And then carries on.
Yeah.
Later.
My name is Parthena Patience Badger. Make me a history check.
Oh, just him or
It's
anyone?
just for him.
Oh, okay. That's a real shame.
That is not a good 8 total.
Oh, is the name one of Victor's contemporaries?
Not
Surname.
Can you give me the name again?
Parthena Patience Badger.
Can I make, even though I've done poorly on the history roll, can I make a guess?
Mm-hmm.
Was this Was this one of the alchemy teachers?
So when you think that, I think maybe Victor's kind of thoughts come through, and Badger. But it's not Parthena.
No, because it was her
was the mother.
Mother. I can't remember the name now. But
you think this is, and you begin. Your Victor or Richtov's mind begins working on this person is related to you, or important, or something.
Yes.
But you carry on through the pipes as you
Yeah.
walk and think. Yep. Where you going?
That way.
Which way now?
I think
This
This way.
way, yeah.
West? Okay.
west. And obviously constant pings and
Yep. Oh, as you get to that pipe, you detect a thought.
a pipe.
The big pipe bit there. You detect a thought to the south.
Yeah,
That way.
because there's another.
There's another waterfall.
Right there.
Gelatinous blob thing, I think.
Ah.
No, that's a waterfall.
Oh, okay.
You can't see the gelatinous bulbs; they're hidden on the map. If you see, you wouldn't see them.
Oh,
Where's the
but
thought
you-
in relation to the?
Is it down?
South, directly south.
I mean elevation wise.
Bottom
of the waterfall.
Yeah, bottom of the waterfall. Yeah. The waterfall's not like a small drop; but it's like below you.
And is that an exit here?
No, that kind of like goes. That's a grate that goes down into a vat, like way down. So you don't want to, like, it's like.
Oh, is it more like a water vent? Like
Yeah,
a liquid
yeah,
vent?
like-
Okay,
Right.
Okay. Can we peer over the waterfall
You can
without?
look in the room.
Room.
It's like more like a room. So you like
Okay.
peer at the edge of it. So if you go to the edge, you'll be able to see in the room.
Oh, that looks.
Upon entering, Jesus, that's fine. Quiet. Upon entering the room, the first thing you hear is the steam escaping from a nearby broken pipe, and then immediately afterwards you hear the muttering and rapid pacing of a person moving around this large space. The water continues to amble its way through, winding around a corner under a small bridge. 3 other passages also exit from this room and descend downwards to large iron doors. Standing at about 3 foot tall, you spot a goblinoid man muttering to himself, ambling about on stone floors on the far side of the room. His pattern of walk is erratic and his clothing dirty and unkempt. In addition, one of his ears appears chewed on. Monica and Raylan. As you observe him, you notice that as he walks about, his leg seems to fade out briefly and then becomes solid again in a rhythmic, almost heartbeat-like pattern.
Haunt addict.
Like a ghost. And Pupil, when they point this out, you realize this is where the eye went through and saw those kind of shapes. The floating legs that were just there. 'Cause when it went
Which
into the
way is
ethereal
this
plane,
current flowing? Right now?
south and around the corner.
So the key's probably gone around this way.
Might have
We
done.
would imagine.
Might have done.
Oh, I wish I had a spell slot to use detect magic.
You currently have detect thoughts up though.
Yeah.
And you can see them there, right? Is that not?
Oh, I was
Okay.
looking for the key. Sorry, I can detect. Yeah, I got.
This is your man. He's a
He
very-
will know if I cast detect thoughts on him for
Oh,
evasive, but what can I get from his surface?
Yeah.
From his surface thoughts specifically. FC. Need to see FC again. Yes, I'll see FC again. I'll see her soon. I just need to have a little. Oh, no, oh, please come back. And then I just need a bit more haunt. Doctor says I shouldn't have any more haunt. Bad for me, but I really want to see her.
There is an option for trade, and he will hold up the
The jug of haunt.
Yes. Thoughts?
We need to get through this area as quickly as possible.
We need to know if this is the right direction.
Information: we are underneath the Gilded Cage's bathrooms.
I mean,
Is that
you to have-
incorrect per?
I don't want you to have incorrect information. You are on the path that your eye took, not necessarily directly underneath the Gilded Cage's
Right.
bathrooms.
Okay.
Do we know roughly how long between dropping the eye and seeing the feet?
Ah, good question. I will let you make an intelligence check to work that out as best of your ability.
Could I give the help action with investigation? Like talking about how much time relative you were in that vision.
Sure. Let's do that.
It's, non-proficient 9.
9. Okay. You think it is at least 2 chambers forward, because there were other things that were along that journey. You have an eidetic memory, effectively. There are things that were in other chambers
That we didn't see yet.
Yes. And because of Monica's perception check earlier on, one of the things was the voices that you heard in the chamber. So it is where those voices were coming from before. At least one chamber. Directly underneath is somewhere above that. Those voices.
Yeah.
Which is
What's-
that.
Is this
up
the
north.
correct direction?
Yes.
Information.
That-
I believe so.
I will get out.
Wait,
What's the lighting level in this?
It is. Ooh, that's a good question. What is the lighting level in there? There appears to be some kind of light source in the room, enough for you to see.
Okay.
That's how you can see him moving back and forth.
sorry, just for clarity,
Mhm.
we think that the key travelled through here.
Yeah.
Do we think that the key is down? No, sorry. Do we think the gilded cage is down in this way somewhere, or is it back the way we came? Because the key would have been.
The river flows this way.
So I think
So the
We need to be going this way.
that's what. Yes.
Yeah.
That's where the gilded cage is, at least. Now, where the frog then are in the
It
context
depends
of
if we
this.
have intercepted them or not.
Yep, and where they're coming from. Because remember, they're coming from another location in the city at some point along the thing. They didn't come into the same entrance you did. They might have come in somewhere else.
I can trade this for some information. And he'll be on horn, so...
Yeah.
Let's go.
Go do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So who steps out specifically?
I will.
Okay.
And I will approach, kind of holding the bottle out, and goes, "You appear to be in crisis, good sir. Lucky for you, I'm
Yes,
a doctor."
I'm supposed to.
Hawking, maybe?
I'm supposed to listen to the doctor.
Yes.
Yes. And listen. Yes.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes. I have some medicine for you, and he'll
Medicine?
kind of
The glow.
he'll kind of show the glow, and then tap it again. It goes. There is, of course, a price for this medicine.
Yes.
But
Yes.
luckily for you, I'm not interested in money, because I assume that you have probably spent it all. I am after information today. Has
Yes.
anyone else come through here, specifically frogmen or frog-like people?
He's gonna roll something first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What answer do you want?
The truth.
No.
Yeah. Can I make a deception check to try and keep my intentions neutral?
Of course you can.
Oh,
That is a 24.
Okay.
I remind you still have a bardic inspiration die if you wanted to use it on that.
I
know.
I think with the 24's got it. Yeah. Against
She goes. He goes. No, none at all.
Can I roll
roll
insight?
insight.
Not her. Yeah.
Detect points.
26.
I'll just
Because of
stick
the way
with
he
16.
is, the only thought you get is must get hot.
Fair.
It's nothing else. And with your insights, the only thing you have on this guy is he must get this, and there is no other thought in his head in terms of anything else. It's not that he's incapable of lying, he is very capable of it, but there's so much, let's be honest, there's so much addiction in this guy, it's just overwhelming everything else. And the only thing you get is that. He could be telling the truth, he could be lying, you just don't know.
Cool. I'll turn to Raylan and go. Dead end. Anything else you want to ask?
No.
Query. Would you like me to double check? Whiz save. I'm a gold fishing.
There'll be a small pinch.
Okay.
I don't want to enable
He
this.
fails. So he still has some residual bits. He fails. You see through him.
Yeah.
And in the corner, through his vision, he is still very much addicted to haunt. You see a little girl standing behind him.
Daughter.
Yeah, pleading with you. And you also begin to pick through his thoughts. He's seen no one else come through here. You see
I am also interested in whether he's seen an ebony key.
Maybe he did. Okay. As you search and root and look and feel, you see that he saw something strange float through this area.
He didn't go pick it up.
He didn't. He felt like he shouldn't. Like it was meant for somebody else. Like he got the overwhelming feeling and then it just dropped.
Information. He has seen the key pass by in that direction.
Does the little girl's ghost look like she doesn't want him to have more haunt, or she does want him to have more haunt?
There's a great look of sadness on her face, and she kind of is like putting her hand where her father's shoulder is, and it's just looking at him sadly, and it's just overwhelming sadness, honestly.
Okay, so there's she doesn't want something in particular. She's just sad.
She's just sad that she's here, maybe.
That he's here.
That he's here, or she's just sad about the situation, or just sad in general. You're not sure. There's just sadness there.
How long does haunt last for?
Several hours. I can't remember exactly.
I see on the
it's
card.
written down
Does he
somewhere.
need it to see again, or does he need it to continue the maintain?
to pull her close, to keep her close, kind of thing.
For 1
And
hour.
But basically, has it run out and he wants more,
It probably
or is he
has,
like
yeah.
he's on the last few minutes or last?
It probably has, and in that thoughts of like when you're searching through his thoughts and trying to find things about him, you also see the image of a doctor, or like what he would classify a gray Musbisken man. It's like a rat basically, and he feels like there's great kindness from him, who is apparently trying to treat him, as far as you can tell. And Parthena, what's wrong with? Oh, I see what's wrong with him. Never mind.
Hang on, who's saying that when?
Parthena.
Python is saying,
She's kind of like looking at out the pipe and looking. Oh, I see what's wrong with him. Okay. Okay. Yes.
Information. FC does not want you here, Strahl.
You can know that. You
Information. Yes, it can.
Make a persuasion check.
God, I want this to work.
Several people have inspiration.
Oh, can I give you my inspiration?
Yeah. Can be quick.
17.
17.
Oh, up from 4. Nice work.
He kind of like retreats a bit. And he just goes,
Information. You should not be here.
no. I know I shouldn't be here, but it's the only way to see her anymore, and
Information. Go to your doctor, Strahl.
yeah, I did. Yes. I should go see Dr. Kale. He hurries around the corner.
Information. Now you get to keep your haunt.
I was just thinking the same thing. Brilliant work.
And you see, through his eyes, you see the little girl follow, and as she passes you, she looks at you and goes, and just kind of smiles, and then follows her father, as if she's tethered to him. Yeah, they retreat on this little corner. You hear kind of a beginning of a conversation. Strahl, what are you? Of course. Yes. And he shuts
Just
the door.
outside.
Wait, the doctor's right there.
The doctor is literally right there. Yes.
Is he a frog?
No.
Oh, good. I don't shoot.
You saw a rat. It's all right.
We could find out from the doctor.
Find out what from the doctor.
Oh, sorry. In searching through his memories, fine-tooth comb-wise, has he seen any frogmen come by?
No.
He hasn't. I'll relay that.
And to clarify, this doctor is pushing the haunt on him, or is
He's trying to
get off
help
him.
him.
Okay, all right then.
So, I'm now in two minds. Because we know that the gilded cage is in that direction, and that's where they're going to end up. But if we're trying to intercept them, they might be coming through
And here is probably a good place to get them if they are going to come through here.
Yeah.
They are through here, or they're in one of the other adjunct rooms, or they got lost. That is a possibility. We don't know where they are.
Or also fed to
Is
a...
it at this point worth using the wheel or whether?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Ritual cast Augury.
Cool.
If we wait here, well, no. If we assume the action is assuming and acting upon the information that they will pass through here, this room, and we will be able to ambush them
before they've set the bomb.
before they've set the bombs. Great shout.
So it's either stay here or go somewhere else.
Not solely stay here, but
If you
get them here.
Well,
I think the main question is: do we need to go back, or are they further? Are they closer?
It's an action we take.
Does it-
Is the difficult part of it.
No. So if we retreat, will we find them?
If we retreat from here, will we find them?
If we get closer to the guild.
If we stay here, will we miss them?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, but then we don't know which direction to go in.
Oh, well, no, we
You
do.
can stand, you can
We do
stand
because-
at the four corners and say which direction. If we choose to go one direction, like pick a direction, and if we choose to go that way, will we find the frogmen? That would eliminate or
Yes.
I mean,
So which direction do
alternatively,
you choose?
Yeah, but if from this room, the way to the gilded cage is in that direction,
Yeah.
if we were to miss them by staying here, we know that they're not coming that way.
well, yeah, like we could just ask if we were to stay here and prepare to fight these frogmen, would we encounter them before they succeed in setting the bomb?
The action then is stopping them by staying here and waiting for them.
Yes.
Okay. In this
That's
chamber here.
Does that cover our bases though?
Maybe here, this choke point, just in case they can come.
Yes, I say if I whack a symbol of judgment or a glyph of warding down at this junction, will one of them get it in the neck before they get the bomb?
Basically, if you wait here,
Yeah.
will you intercept them?
Yeah.
Wheel.
information.
Yes.
Yes.
Specifically before they set the bomb.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Love that.
And we
It's rabbit season.
just to confirm, that was where we were asking, right? Okay. Because that would be real awkward if we
So-
were hanging out here and they walked past.
As you begin to plan an ambush, I assume, we see you begin to set things in motion and set traps, hide, and you wait.
Monica is specifically listening for where they might be coming from.
And that's where we'll end.
How many doses has this got?
One.
Then
It's all gone.
How long has this whole sewer adventure taken us?
In terms of